And then here we are. What is up, guys? You should be able to hear us now. Yeah, all kinds of crazy issues.
Can they see us? Can they hear us?
Zero are watching now. We started 37 seconds ago, though, so it's probably not showing everything just yet. All right, 49 watching. We're seeing people come in.
There we go.
Please tell me you can hear us this time.
Come on, guys. Can you hear us?
We basically had to restart OBS is what happened.
Everyone knows what that is.
We're 10 seconds behind. Actually, a lot of gamers know.
I'm just joking.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The streaming program that we used, we had to restart because it wasn't picking up the mic, and we tried adjusting the settings and it didn't work. So, waiting for responses.
Donald with the big win.
Let's see. What do we got, guys? Yeah, Donald Cerrone. I'm waiting to see what people type in the comments. I'm just not seeing any comments yet. Let us know if you can hear us. Words coming out of our mouths. We're drinking beer. There's that. Showing the signal. I need to refresh because it may just not be showing me the latest comments. I don't know what's going on. The old man still got it. Gotta love Cerrone, man.
Absolutely.
It said it's laggy.
Laggy.
So you can hear us, but it's choppy. Sound is messed up, guys. Sound keeps cutting out. All right. Let me try something. Let me listen back through the audio device here. Fix your voice on up. It's not that serious. All right. I've got my headphones. Jesus Christ, it sounds fine when I'm plugged into here, so I'm not hearing what you guys are hearing. It sounds like we're talking through a fan.
A fan.
That's bizarre.
That's weird.
This is the same setup we use every time. Let me try turning down a little bit. Possibility. They're saying it's lagging. We can fix the lag once we get to the robot issue. Still sounds bad. God, this is so much fun. Aren't we having so much fun with these audio issues?
Appreciate you all sticking with us.
It's a lovely, lovely microwave. Let me try unplugging the mic on this end. Actually, let me try turning it down. I'm going to turn this down. I already tried restarting it, so I don't want to do that twice. Hang on. All right. Hopefully that's better. We get about 5 seconds. Static, but that's 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
No, you're just barely understandable.
Dang.
What the fuck, homie? Alright, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try switching USB ports. This might mean we have to restart, which is fun. But, alright. I'm going to cut out. I'm going to be right back. Right? 10 out of 10 for idea, 3 out of 10 for execution.
Thanks, brother.
I don't blame you for saying that.
Thanks, Shaggy, man.
I'm almost sure that no, it still says audio is coming through. Yes, better. We sound like humans now. Done. All right, perfect. Good. There it is. Take your time, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's super chill, guys. We're just
sorry, guys.
It's just a stupid stream talking about people punching each other in the face.
We're not actually anyone important.
Sorry.
So.
Yeah, we are not anybody important, and we had just proved that. I think this means it's time on the next stream for a young Jamie, and I can take these stupid headphones off too, which is great.
Absolutely.
Somebody said, "Start talking MMA."
All right, fighting, Jason, go.
Fighting, start now.
Stephen A. Smith
we can
is
start
now.
Talking that.
Stephen A. Smith is talking to Dana
Hey,
White.
Jay Tebow's in the chat. He said much better. Okay,
J.
so we're
Tebow.
looking good. So was Cerrone winning that fight? I was literally just like troubleshooting this. You guys can let me know in the comments. Was Cerrone winning that pretty much all the way to the end?
I watched that shit. No, he lost.
I watched that shit.
He lost maybe the first minute, and then after that, he kind of took over. Hernandez had way more power than him. He just Donald's so good, man.
He just whooped ass. Is
So
what
crafty.
people are saying.
Yeah.
Sounds like everybody agrees with me.
Hernandez is so young, dude. It was literally Cowboy's 30th fight versus his 3rd fight in the UFC. So a bit of a fucking difference.
He
looked good.
Hernandez
though.
is a big prospect. I expected him to do better than that, but I also think that Cerrone is way more serious about his career than he's ever been, and I think that's kind of what we saw tonight. Like the comment was actually a pretty sharp, big quip that Hernandez had the other day. He's like, dude, you've had 39 fights. Why are you just now getting serious on your 40th? I'm in my funny. 3rd fight, and I knew I wanted the title from the beginning.
Right.
But life doesn't really work like that. People have different goals. Like Cerrone, he's just having fun. Now he's like, fuck it.
To be fair, though, I think that was Cerrone fucking acting like, now I'm ready to get serious.
Oh,
He's fought for multiple titles. He fought for multiple titles in the WEC. It's not like he was a fucking journeyman.
He never cared.
Yeah, he said he didn't care, but my boy has been in. He fought Benson Henderson. He fought for the lightweight title. What? Once? Twice? Once.
He fought Benson for it, and he fought
WEC title twice, and then he fought Dos Anjos for the title once. So,
yeah.
It's not like my boy hasn't been in the top 10 his entire career.
He lost to Nate Diaz when he was trying to go for it. So
he's been in the top 10 his entire career.
Well, here's an apropos comparison. Demetrius Johnson. He was part-time when he fought Ian McCall the first time. He said that on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was literally training part-time. He wasn't a full-on serious MMA fighter. He literally wasn't a full-time MMA fighter. And then he became the longest consecutive champion of all time. So people's goals do change over time.
Yeah, but Cerrone was challenged for titles before Demetrius was the thing. Demetrius wasn't a title holder until he got into the UFC.
Yeah.
Donald had already fought for a title twice before then.
Yeah.
Twice in the WEC.
The first Demetrius Johnson one, he didn't fight for bantamweight before Cruz. So he was 15 fights in.
I became a fan of Cowboy because of his first fight with Benson. Have you ever watched that fight?
I've seen. He's fought him three times, or did he fight him twice?
Fought him 3 times. He fought him 3 times.
That's what I thought. I didn't see the first one.
He fought the first time. It was a crazy back and forth 5-round decision, and just he would get Benson in these crazy subs. I don't know, it was just back and forth. That's when I became a fan of him. He's been around. He's been huge. We've been hanging on this for a minute.
We need to switch over because they decided to put it on ESPN. Guys, I just bought YouTube TV. How much of a dunce am I? I just didn't want a shitty quality stream, but I got it just so I've never watched ESPN, so I literally bought a YouTube TV subscription so I could watch that, and now I'm switching back over to my PlayStation 4.
Do we have to do some kind of fancy show opening?
Fancy show.
Yeah, we want to introduce.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go,
ESPN
guys.
Plus. Can you toss the controller? There's a mysterious man. The controller. Yeah, the PS4. Yeah, sorry. There's a mysterious man off camera who shall not be named.
We have a young man.
He's a very famous fighter, is what it is, and he doesn't want to be affiliated with his channel. Ali Abdel Aziz is here. That is a joke. Okay. Let's get back. Let's pull up that ESPN Plus, baby.
How crazy is it we get to watch UFC on ESPN?
Yeah, I mean, how much trouble did those two have? Dana White,
right.
Remember when they did that expose about fighter pay 6 years ago?
Yep.
And Dana White was just ranting and just going off on them. He was like, I hate ESPN. He couldn't stand ESPN.
Absolutely.
Somebody's saying, is ESPN Plus muted for anybody else? I'm just now clicking in. I'm getting sound on ESPN
we're good.
Plus. So if it's
maybe
muted
your TV's
for
muted.
There, so it's ESPN Plus. Somebody just asked that in the comments. What the fuck do I watch right now? ESPN Plus or ESPN HD? You switch to ESPN Plus if you're in the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., you're still on BT Sport or some shit.
What a card, man. Great card.
What a card.
What a card. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I'm here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was just making sure we're live. Oh, of course, now that I'm doing that, it's now back facing. All right, let's just back out and start over. All right, start the... Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right, so somebody said BT Sport is the best, homie. So How many people in the chat are living in the UK right now? I know you guys are 6 hours ahead of me because I'm in Central Time. I know a lot of people at home are watching at, what is it? What time is it there right now? About 3 a.m.? ESPN's production is pretty dope. Don't know why I expected any less. There are some cool changes, like having Trevor Whitman there.
Oh, 100%.
Doing like the coach's commentary in the middle of the fight. You got somebody from Canada. Somebody said, me, UK for the win. Australia, Jesus.
Dude, you got to think, this opens up 30 for 30s on the UFC.
And
Talking about the best show, like the best show in sports, 30 for 30.
Oh, yeah,
Now
30 for 30. Dude, I've been watching so many of those since I got ESPN Plus for this.
Now they'll be able to do that for UFC.
I hope to God they start doing. The only 30 for 30 they've ever done is a radio show. And they did it on the foundations of the UFC. And that might be because they didn't have rights to the UFC footage yet. I hope that's the only reason.
I hope that that's the case because there's so many good stories to tell. 30 for 30, like UFC 100 or something like that.
Germany's 4 a.m. Australia, you guys have a bunch of time zones. You guys are kind of like the U.S. because you guys live on a massive fucking continent. We just hired a guy from New Zealand. He's 15 hours. No. He's 19 hours ahead of us. So that means...
So it's like March
That means it's 9 o'clock right... Yeah, it's March there right now. They're in the spring, dude. They're just hanging out.
No, really.
It's 4 a... It's... No. It's 4 p.m. there, and it's tomorrow in New Zealand.
Well,
I know that. In
so
Auckland.
they already know who won the fucking fight?
They already know. Yeah, they already know. They're in the future.
Ask him who won.
They already know.
Ask your editor who won. That's not fair.
All right, guys, sound out, and then we'll go to us. Actually, I'll sound out, and then we'll kind of talk about it while you guys are sounding out. Who do you guys have in the main event? So we'll go with that first. The mysterious man, Ali Abdelaziz, off to the left there.
Ali.
He's going for Dillashaw, looks like. What do you guys think? I know a few guys from Auckland, good mates. You misspelled it, though. Or at least I'm thinking.
Does not look great, but...
Spelled it CH instead of a K. Oh, there we go. I'm getting a lag on ESPN.
First time.
It came back, though. It came back. TJ on experience. Dillashaw. Close matchup. Got a couple of Cejudos. One of them is misspelled.
Did someone just say that TJ's
I know JT Bo's pick. That's true. I do know JT Bo's pick. He's got TJ.
Someone said that TJ's inexperienced?
No, because of his experience is what they said.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're picking him.
Gotcha.
Okay, somebody's posting links. They are gone. Yeah, we need to get a moderator for this next one. Dude, I swear to God, I spent all day preparing on this stream. Like, the entire time we were here watching the prelims, I was preparing for this. Got these new graphics up. Fucking hell.
And we got to get a new moderator. Yeah, we need a moderator.
Yeah, we need to get a young Jamie on the show is what we need. I'm hearing a lot of...
We have a young man, Drew, over here.
I got somebody putting a bunch of snakes. Somebody saying TJ is trash. Do you really think he's trash?
Jesus.
There's no way you can think that. I don't care how much you dislike him. That guy.
You think TJ's trash?
Yeah, there's no way you actually think that. Blocked another spam linker. Thoughts on the heavy Greg Hardy promotion?
Man.
Yeah, I mean...
We talked about that.
They're talking about it right now. They've literally just switched to Greg Hardy. I think it's... I think they could have put him on any other card and I wouldn't have cared nearly as much. Yeah. It's just, like, I know just off all the interviews, like, he asked Ostovich after. Ostovich said that she was asked about Greg Hardy after he was booked. I don't think they thought about it at all. I just think it was just kind of a...
Yeah.
They were just being kind of airheaded about it and didn't think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I legitimately think that's how it went down. They were just like, oh, Greg Hardy, let's put him on the card.
I don't think any company would create a PR disaster for themselves. Or not a disaster, but let's knowingly create an event here.
Well, one of the things, though, that one of the arguments I've heard is that they actually thrive off of, I mean, if you think about it, like, controversy is what sold Khabib versus McGregor. The press conference after that did, like, double. There was, like, 500,000 people concurrently watching Khabib versus McGregor's, like, first press conference.
Right.
That did, like, 4.4 million views total, like, after all said and done, like, after the week's promotion, all that. The very next day, Khabib's press conference did, like, 8.1 million views. It did gangbusters for him.
Right.
Yeah. So it's one of these crazy things where they could be playing into it. They could just be saying, you know what, let's just go into it full force and just act like everyone else is making a big deal out of it for no reason when we knew that was going to happen from the beginning. I don't know that I necessarily buy that. I'm kind of back and forth on it.
It completely changed the narrative of the fight. Instead of becoming like this guy reclaiming it, it became like a huge disaster for him. Like nothing has been like ESPN, football player star returns to ESPN or something like that. There's nothing like that.
Right.
It's all been bad press. So I can't imagine they did it for themselves. But the thing that doesn't make sense to me is why is that the co-main over what we just saw?
Yeah, that's like what we just saw was the real co-main event. Like 100%. That's the fight that they had on the the podium. They had them on the stage with the main event. It just
that's
makes
who
sense.
You want to see as a real fight fan is Cowboy versus the new guy.
And I think they could have far more effectively actually promoted it with like having Greg Hardy on the free card. There's no reason to put him in the co-main.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the well-known guy.
Or any other card.
Everyone knows he's on there. They're blasting on the promotion like Jay Tebow was saying in the chat. Like, it's 100% that. Of course, it's not pulling up Glover versus Robertson. The nice graphic that I prepared all day. At least the timer? No? What's going on here? I think I might be... Oh, I think I know what's going on. Let's try this again. No?
Jason, don't let him know. Do it.
Just
silent.
don't let it. Yeah.
Work in silence.
Just act like nothing's happening. Everything's fine.
Just act like you're just looking how much money you have.
There you go. God damn it. Spent all day preparing something that just doesn't work. I think it freaked out because of the audio issues, and now it's just not wanting to play ball on anything else. Whatever.
Jason, I hold you responsible for this stream.
I hold 100%. You solely responsible.
Absolutely.
What if I can still get the...
Glover coming in at a young 39 to the cage.
Let's try to bring in a timer here as a separate one.
If you look at Glover's actually 49.
God, he started so late in the U.S., man. Like, he got on the international stage so late. You gotta feel bad for him.
Glover's body is 26. Glover's face is 59. 60 at least.
Going in deep, dude. Okay, so let's get that timer up on here. Okay, so at least it's going to see the new instance of the timer that I just created. Okay, so I'll shut it off for now. Makes no sense why it's not reading stuff. OBS is great, but it's not. Completely forgot Glover was fighting. Yeah, because he had a really good fight with Kudalaba, but Kudalaba fell out. Kudalaba is a lot of fun to watch fight, but they had to kind of put in a last-minute name. And
I really think this is your dude so people don't know, Glover got locked out of the UFC just because he had visa issues for like 6 years. But this dude...
He fought the WEC and all that stuff back in the day. He just couldn't get it back.
This dude was your fucking champion before he could ever get in the UFC.
Right.
He fought all of his best fights before he even got there.
Yeah, he had the ground game. He had basically everything.
He trained with Chuck.
That Chuck Liddell had. Oh, let me turn that off. Turn it back on.
Yeah.
Got a little excited there.
Glover didn't get into the UFC until he was 34, 33, 34.
Mid-30s.
Yeah, he would have definitely been the guy that was fighting Rashad, that was fighting Shogun. He would have been that guy.
All right, so my timer is going to be behind what you guys are seeing on the broadcast. Yeah. That is strictly because what we are looking at here is there's lag between me and you, everybody in the comments, and what we're seeing on the fight. Not to mention, I might be watching the fight that's differently lagged from yours. So just so you know, just getting that out there. We'll have to explain it a couple more times.
Guys, appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, though. It's going to be a pretty awesome card. A lot of fights.
Anybody picking Robertson for this one?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Picking the youth.
The Utes.
The Utes.
Man,
By the way, I didn't say what my prediction was for the main event.
Oh, yeah, we should probably talk that
Just
out.
as a quick side thing, because I asked you guys, but I didn't give it one. $5 for ESPN Plus is what somebody asking. That's how much it is. So sign up now. Use our referral
and
code.
that's it.
Wow!
There it is.
Oh, my God. He's surviving somehow. He basically went out.
Yeah, he took those Travis Brown elbows.
My prediction is TJ. Let's begin into the action. I'm getting distracted by everything else. Jesus Christ. Elbows.
He just needs to create a little bit more space.
It looks like he's tying him up pretty effectively here.
Oh,
full mount. Full mount. He might go for a submission here. It looked like he was going to take an arm. He's got the
He's
got his right arm totally wrapped under the leg. He might be out. Oh, wow.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
How rocked is Glover? It's back to the same elbows.
Yeah, same elbows. It's so weird that he has to like move his elbows just slightly to where it's not 12-6.
If Glover can
exact same damage.
If Glover can win this now.
Wow!
Whoa, huge takedown.
Wow, just took him down into the full mount immediately.
To full mount.
Dude, talk about a role reversal.
What a turnaround, bro. What a turnaround.
Jesus Christ. Somebody's saying can't watch in Canada.
You can't watch ESPN Plus in Canada?
I don't know. You guys don't have it on what, TSN there?
We're definitely broadcasting to Canada, right?
Everywhere.
We're not like excluding them.
Canada, you can leave. No, just kidding. It's kind of slowing down here a little bit. He's throwing some little small kind of punches here. He's
not got a break. He's was knocked out.
He's going for an arm here.
He looks bigger.
Kind of behind the head there.
He's bigger, no question.
He's
going arm triangle.
Yeah, he's going. Can he get over? Can he get over?
He's going to
get over.
Triangle.
That
might be it.
He
snuck the elbow.
Wow.
He snuck the elbow in and got full guard back. That was incredible.
Yeah, that's great.
Teixeira has a good arm triangle, man.
This is a pretty crazy round. It's not necessarily like a huge offense from Teixeira, but to be in full mount like that, going for a submission.
Man, just to recover. He was out.
Yeah, like a lot of refs would have stopped it.
He literally was out. Oh, he's back in arm triangle. He's got it.
Oh, that's it. He's almost ready.
He's
tapping. That's it.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Wow.
What the fuck, dude? He was out. Glover literally got knocked out, woke up, and won the fight.
Jesus Christ. He got knocked out, woke up, and won the fight. Shit. That is so true. All right, some people are actually ahead of us on the stream. We had ESPN Plus like freeze up on us a couple times, so I am actually restarting the stream on our end.
Glover. Just coming in, just dad strong.
Dad strong.
Just beating ass.
Dad strength. That is amazing. That was awesome. Where the fuck is Artem?
He looks like a big Artem.
Have they gotten rid of Face the Pain? Yeah, that's a great question. Did anybody hear them play Face the Pain? Please, God,
I didn't hear it.
Tell me that atrocious.
Well, it might still be on the pay-per-views.
2001.
It might still be on the pay-per-views.
Fred Durst is crying somewhere if that's the case.
Yeah, it should have been roll
Fred
out.
Durst is like singing break stuff to himself as he falls asleep.
What if they replaced Face the Pain with another new metal song?
It just like
it's just another. It's a slightly. It's Drowning Pool.
Just another layer of hell.
Yeah, yeah. We
like
replace him with Breaking Benjamin.
If you're a metal guy, you hate new metal.
Right.
If you listen to anything else, you also hate new metal. I feel like the only people that like it are just like, oh, that's the song that's always been there.
It's the Deftones, bro.
Pride had a way better.
It's the Deftones, bro.
Glover went from Where Do I Live Again to winning by submission.
He can leave.
Face the Pain played in the arena, but not on the broadcast. They've done that a couple times where they've like not played Face the Pain on like one event and then they brought it back for the next one. Usually it's right before the main card though, so it would have happened if it was going to happen already. Don't hate on Deftones. Actually, Deftones is on the better end.
Yeah, guys, we're just joking. We're just joking.
Cejudo getting smoked. Oh wow, somebody's coming in with the heavy stuff.
I like how someone likes Deftones so much that they defended Deftones. Hey bro, don't talk about Deftones, dude. I like them, bro. First and second album, dude. Sick.
R.I.P. Joe Rogan, by the way. Face the Pain will never leave despite our pleas. You might be right, Tyler. You might be right.
Face the Pain is like some kind of...
Dana White, like... Dude, I love some like Rage Against the Machine and stuff.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I love some Red Hot Chili Peppers. A lot of music that he's into, but he just will not let that song go.
That's a terrible song.
No, it's
not great.
Time to end the suffering. I need a minute to myself so I can slip away. It's like, are you shitting while you're singing that? Like, why are you so gropping? What the fuck is going on? You're not screaming. You're not singing.
Yeah. It's like if Godsmack and Nickelback got together.
Connor said he'd fight Cowboy on Twitter. JT, you better not be messing with me here. I'm going to pull that up.
Cowboy said what?
Connor said he'd fight him.
He'd fight Cowboy?
Yeah.
Well, then that's a fight to make. Fuck it.
I'm into that.
I'm cool with that. That's the fight I wanted.
That's a fun fight,
That's
dude.
marketable as shit. Why Cowboy Cerrone doesn't have a show on CMT already? I can't figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he not the face of Budweiser?
Yeah.
And why does he not have a redneck Nitro Circus show on MTV?
What is it, Stone Cold that has that, like, ranch show, like, challenge show?
You expect me to know that? No
I don't know why I know it, actually, now that I come to think of it.
Cold Stone Steve Austin.
Cold Stone talking about Steve Austin. You talking about the Mike Holbrook thing? Yeah. He's like, Cold Stone, tell you what, Steve Austin. Just add tell you what in there and it saved you. Okay, so I'm looking through Twitter here for this mysterious Connor tweet. I feel
Glover
like I'm
came
trolled.
back. They literally just showed Glover get knocked out and then him winning the fight right after.
Oh, yeah.
That's so impressive, man.
Luke Thomas on Twitter just said, respect your elders. That's true of the last two fights, especially the Hernandez fight.
Dude, Hernandez there's no shame in losing to Cowboy at all, though.
No, Cowboy's amazing.
The
He's
thing
incredible.
that kind of sucked for me is, though, he came in and he fucking starched Dariush, but he wasn't talking like crazy then. He just turned on the trash talk for Cowboy.
Right.
So it felt really fake.
Actually, to me, it seemed kind of lived in to me. Like, it seemed like he's just a cocky guy.
You
like,
think so?
super fucking cocky. Like, people are talking... Like, Joe Rogan was talking about that, like, a week ago. For a fight like that, Donald, I'll fight you. Congratulations. Somebody probably already said that in the comments, but I wanted to see the actual tweet itself. You see that? For a fight like that, Donald, I'll fight you.
Congratulations. Dude,
Do
that's
it,
the fight
dude.
to make. That right there is the fight to make. Coming
There's
off
like
ESPN.
a 3-year-old beef there ever since like he called out Aldo and he said he knocked the
100%.
Lucky Charms out of his ass. So there's some good beef
There's
there.
a lot of, and to be honest, you market the shit out of that fight. You could do that in Dallas.
Well, I don't
Put
know.
it under somebody. Put it as a co-main under somebody. But Connor's not gonna.
The Habib second fight, or maybe the Diaz fight.
Yeah.
But Connor has to be on the up and up. I don't think it's going to happen if they do an immediate rematch. I don't
Well,
think there's
for the
enough
UFC, they need to get Connor a notable win to get him back into the title contention.
Yes.
I mean,
They need to get fan support.
Yes.
Like, even casual
Yes.
fans are like, dude, I just saw him get his ass whooped. I don't want to see that
That's
fight.
what I'm saying. He needs to fight a winnable fight. That's a winnable fight versus Cowboy, and it also could go in Cowboy's direction too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's competitive, and it's going to be stand up.
Yep.
It's going to
It's
cater
the kind
to
of game that he wants to
Yes,
play.
exactly.
It's the kind of game
build,
that falls
they can
into
both
Connor's
talk.
hands, both their hands.
They can both talk. Like,
God damn it, it's freezing up again. I'm going to try...
ESPN Plus is...
Dude, I'm going to try doing fucking Chromecast. This might be the PlayStation 4, so let me try switching over to using Chromecast instead of PS4.
Jason's throwing all these fancy words at me. I don't know how to deal with it.
Technology. What is that thing about?
I'm going to take it as disrespect if you keep using these words.
It's like the kid that graduated college. His fame is like...
You think I don't know about the technologies?
You think I don't know about that?
This dude thinks he's all cool because he got a cell phone.
All right, so casting to the office, TV, and... I don't know what just played on my PC speaker. That made 0 sense. Okay, so let's click onto this, and hopefully the stream on our end, it just keeps glitching out on us, so we're like switching it over. It's been freezing on Fire Stick on my phone. It's just a laggy service. Online paywall crashed. I'm watching on my phone. Jesus Christ. So it's not just us.
Dude, what if Connor went and trained with Nate Diaz?
All right, since we're live, we're on the Chromecast now. Hopefully this works out. I'm going to try turning off the PS4. Oh, crap. It's like switching it over because I hit the... That, like, CEC, like, HDMI technology is great, but, Jason, like, sometimes it's bullshit.
You keep talking like this. I'm going to fight you.
I own a YouTube channel.
I'm going to take this as disrespect.
This is how I do.
What
I talk
YouTube?
about technology,
What's
but I can't make audio
serious.
work. That's the thing. I'm trying. Sorry for intimidating you with my technology. All right. Got one internet connection streaming the fight. That's good.
And another internet.
Somebody said theirs is great on Roku. I have real internet. No way.
Get out of here.
By real internet, do you mean like dial-up?
So
Watching
you saw
frame per second.
the Kavanaugh thing where he was talking about training Conor for the next one, right?
About how it's like hell and that he really needs like a death camp, like.
Yeah, like he said, like he needs something to really motivate him if
Yes.
he's going to train him again. You think that's Cowboy or nah? I don't think so.
I think the title is what it has to be. Like,
Yeah.
what Dana White has been claiming in the media the past 2 days is that Conor is like obsessed with the title again. He wants his title back, and he's just obsessed with it. And he won't stop talking to him about it.
Now he has 0 belts.
He has 0 belts, so I guess
time in like 3 years.
if there's any time to be obsessed, I mean, you got beat in front of 2.5 million. Not to mention all the people huffing glue and doing
for sure
the illegal streams.
The
The mysterious man off to the left just did a masturbation thing. We can't talk about that on YouTube. It's funny. There's a video that YouTube just released about like cursing standards and stuff. It's like your video will get no ads if at the beginning of the video you say words like fuck, shit, bitch. Like bitch can't be on that. Douchebag was one of the words. It's like
douchebag,
dude. How many TV shows have those kind of words in it? Like South Park is playing every night. It's been on for like 20 years. Like, how is the internet more censored than TV?
YouTube's bunch of lip powers, bro.
I don't know. It's
weird,
advertisers. Advertisers don't know what the fuck. The difference is, I'll give them, like, I'll argue the other side for it. They know what South Park is about, and they signed up for that.
For sure.
They don't know what the fuck my channel is about, and they did not sign up for that.
Right.
So, kind of what you're dealing with. Oh, hey.
Have you ever seen that South Park documentary, 7 Days to Air?
Yes.
It's
an
incredible.
Amazing documentary. That's my life.
They have one person that their only job is to tell Comedy Central what they're doing and try to approve it. And her job is hell.
I mean, like, I don't think it's a political thing in terms of, like, the cursing. Like, I mean, who curses more than... You know, like,
who doesn't curse?
Well, it's
Jesus
like
Christ.
You picture the conservative dad living here in the South, their mom that's just like, I'm going to church tomorrow, and I'm not cursing.
I've been saying some of them words.
So there's like that end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You look at, I mean, like a liberal doesn't usually have bones about cursing. They have bones about. I mean, they kind of. I don't know. I don't want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. Like cursing itself.
I literally did when I worked at that bar. I literally had to serve a woman that would not walk up to the bar. She would not be seen there. Like there are some people in this world that like she would not be seen at the bar to get her to go food. She wasn't ordering a drink. She was just getting to go food.
Yeah.
She wouldn't walk to the bar to get her to go food, so I had to go take to the bar and bring it to her.
I used to play drums at a church, and I remember like this is like I'm not like super religious or anything like that.
Shit.
So I didn't care. I'm not religious at all, actually.
Oh, weird.
I just don't want to offend somebody that is Christian.
I thought this was the worship podcast.
Yeah, the worship podcast. But I remember, like, I got done playing, like, it was, like, literally right after, like, a church service. And this guy walks in right after me, not realizing I'm in there. And I'm, like, the drummer, so he sees me on stage. Right. And he just walks in and grabs, like, a beer, sees me, puts it back, and just bolts. It's like... Did you think putting the beer back and I didn't realize you were holding one?
My boy's trying.
There's some weird shit on that.
Absolutely. Well, we didn't really finish the Conor Cowboy thing. So that's the logical fight for him, right? I mean, Conor Cowboy is the.
I mean, it's a great because it's
Conor Cowboy or Conor Nate.
Conor needs a couple of fights before he gets back to the title. I love the idea of Cerrone. I love the idea of Nate. I love the idea of even Poirier.
Yeah, I think Poirier, like a 4-man tournament on that would be kind of
Who do you like, Mysterious Man?
GSP.
Oh, no, not
you like
GSP.
Conor versus GSP?
I mean, I guess if you did...
That's a super fight for sure, but he loses that.
Yeah, he loses that. Conor
needs like 2 more fights before he has that super fight.
It's a bigger Habib, you know?
Yeah, it's a bigger, better Habib.
Yeah.
It's a bigger, better Habib that's good on the feet.
Yeah, so by the way, we're just now saying that Habib would lose to GSP. Some people
Habib would 100% lose to GSP.
He's a bigger wrestler who never, like, aside from Johnny Hendricks.
If Conor had a gas tank and better defensive wrestling, if Conor really had a gas tank, he might have won that fight.
Gosh.
I mean, he got tired.
Somebody's saying our stream is going offline and freezing.
Oh, really?
That's one person saying that. I don't know if that's actually true.
If that's true, can 10 people say that?
I'm seeing it on, like, I've got a reference monitor for what's going on, and I'm not seeing that on my own output. Well, no, I'm seeing it a little bit there. Hang on. Let me try something here. I've actually just turned off my reference monitor to make sure that doesn't happen. GSP beats Habib 9 out of 10 times.
9.9.
I agree with you.
100%.
A lot of people are saying it's true. Oh, they're saying the freezing.
Habib does not have good stand-up guys. It just doesn't exist.
Right.
And Conor and GSP, when's the last time GSP's actually been on his back?
GSP...
He was there for maybe a second versus Hendricks. That's it.
Right.
Done.
And
it's not like no one's keeping him on his back.
That's Habib's entire game.
Yeah.
So what happens when you're not on your back?
Yeah, you get jabbed to death. You get cost-checked to death.
But that's also GSP's game. GSP has a hell of a jab.
GSP is way more rounded than him. It's just that Conor has weaknesses that can be exposed. GSP he has way less of those. Like, it's just how it is.
Agreed.
That's just how it is. And GSP works way harder. And he has a better camp.
In mysterious ways.
He has a better camp. I think Conor's biggest detriment is his camp. Could you imagine if Conor had Dwayne Ludwig with a Matt Hume trainer? Like, imagine if cardio was no issue.
Here's the reality.
You know, that's just how it is. It's not body types. Your body can be trained for that. If you had a Nick Curzon kind of guy training him, if you had Rafael dos Anjos at 155's conditioning, he's the best fighter in the world.
Right.
You know?
Well, like, the reality at the end of the day is who has Team SBG really, like, pumped out? Aside from Conor. Like, Gunner's good, but Gunner has lost pretty often.
Yep.
I mean, he was losing to, like, Rick Story.
Yep.
Damian Maia, no shame in losing to Damian Maia. He went all the way to the title.
No.
Ponzinibbio, there was a real eye poke gate issue there. I mean, eye poked
that was definitely an eye poke thing.
It's like he's doing this,
but if you
and then landing a massive shot right after.
They've tried to bring in so many other people. Patty Holohan was one of them.
Patty Holohan
was that his name?
Holohan.
Who's the guy? Cato Pendred. Cato Pendred was a guy at 170. Ion Pascal. What's his name? Ion Pascal.
In Pascal.
Conor's the fucking unicorn, man. It's not like Kavanaugh is the best dude in the world. If he was, then there would be 5 different champions like Conor.
Right.
It's like Conor's the fucking unicorn, but he's pulling a Ronda Rousey with Edmund in my mind. And I love Kavanaugh. But it's just clear that when other champions can outwork you cardio wise, then that's it.
Right.
Like, it's done.
I mean, I'm kind of mixed on it. You know, I don't know.
I mean, Nate Diaz. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you being able to fight all out, and this is coming from me. I can't fight for 2 minutes. I get winded in jiu-jitsu in 3 minutes, so I can't say anything. But if you can't fight for 5-minute rounds full out, then you're underprepared.
Well, you're at the highest levels, and that's the thing. Like, it's what you do for your job, and the rest of the guys that are doing that for their job can pretty much all do it, and that's the real issue of it. You know, it's like we're not comparing them to us when we say that they don't have great cardio. I mean, we're comparing them to elite athletes. Right. They have great cardio in comparison to.
I mean, a good example is Al Iaquinta. Al Iaquinta was training for a 3-round fight and then fought Khabib on a 5-round fight.
It's just like a gorgeous blonde that they just switched to. It's almost like they walked up to her. They're like, "Hey, can you do us a favor?" And just kind of bounce up and down.
A little.
Like, it was just so over the top, exaggerated. It made no sense.
As Paige Van Zandt is bouncing.
It was like it was planned.
Now, this is an interesting fight.
So we got a super chat. Somebody said Prime Matt Hughes versus current Habib.
Current Habib.
So here's the thing. Like, Prime Matt Hughes, we're talking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're looking at...
You're looking at a guy that wrestled and ground and pounded dudes, and that's it.
Right. And if you actually look at the credentials between Matt Hughes versus Habib is, somebody that was doing freestyle wrestling since he was like 3 years old.
Right.
On top of that, he's got multiple Sambo World Championship. He's got all kinds of martial arts that he's been learning. He's been training with Olympic level boxers. for a long time. Olympic level trainers, rather, I should say. So it's like one of these kind of things where he's got a much more well-rounded skill set with the best trainers, with the best possible training partners. He's training with DC, he's training with Rockhold. He's training with some of these just incredible top of the sport, top tier. And Pat Miletich had a great camp. Miletich Fighting Systems was incredible back in the day. They had some really great stuff going on, but it's still, at best, when did you first win the title? 2002?
Yeah.
So we're looking at 17 years ago. The sport has changed so much.
To be honest, I would argue that Prime Matt Hughes would lose to Gunnar Nelson. That's not a knock against Matt Hughes. It shows you the evolution of the sport.
Right.
Like, people nowadays, if you're in the top 10, you probably would have beat the champion definitely 20 years ago, but most likely 10 years ago as well. People are the sport has completely changed. It's evolved so fast that now I would argue that if you're a champion now, you're much better than almost any champion beforehand.
Right. Well, I think one of the questions you have to ask yourself is, what does Prime Matt Hughes mean in the context of that question? Do you mean Prime Matt Hughes started training MMA like 3 or 4 years ago?
Like his physicality?
Like he started, he's in college in 2010, and he got out and got into MMA, and he's just now kind of blossoming, and he's in his prime now, knowing all the techniques. It's just a really hard question to ask. You can't possibly know the answer to that. There's a big shot by Ostovich there. Right. It didn't quite land flush. It kind of
glanced off.
Yeah, it almost like it kind of bounced off.
Paige isn't always in real scrambly fights.
Yes.
Well, I like it because I have a lot of people that debate. I don't know. I do sports debates with stupid people because I'm an idiot as well. And so it's like LeBron versus Michael Jordan.
Right.
LeBron is playing against much better competition because the average level of player has gone up significantly since then. Now he's playing against teams of other superstars rather than just Michael being the best.
So compare that with MMA that's literally been around since 1993.
Right.
Michael Jordan already won a championship by then.
100%.
In comparison.
Exactly.
So it's and
it's such a multifaceted.
She's almost got the choke on her.
Yeah. Oh,
she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it.
Got it.
She's not. She's not quite tapping. She almost moved her arm like she was about to.
She's thinking about it.
Yeah, she's in one of those held positions where half of her body is just telling her to just stop already.
Right there.
It feels like she's just kind of neck cranking her. She doesn't quite have it like it should be.
Oh, Paige?
Yeah. She just got a really solid.
That is smart. Keep half guard, please. She got quarter guard.
This is rough.
She's okay for right now. She's fine.
I think she's surviving. The question is what is this going to do to Ostovich after? I think she's probably going to get out. She's redoubling her effort.
She's cranking now.
I think there's enough room. Yeah, she's out of it.
She cleared the hand. She's fine. There you go.
Yeah. So the question is, what did that just do to her right arm?
That was tough.
The thing about Van Zandt is you can question her technique, you can question her ability, but seeing her kind of in that Rose fight and seeing her in situations like this where she's just I don't know, she's just not gonna quit.
Yeah. Well, in reality,
I think she's hyper aware.
Oh, she's going for a heel. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
I thought Paige is super scrappy. She just got pushed so fast, man.
She's not even really going for it. It just seems like she should. She's
going
for it there.
No, she missed it. Now she kind of.
She's going for the Rafael Tori.
Yep, that's what she wants. That's what she wants.
She's rolling with it. She's almost got a knee bar there.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Oh, that looks.
Oh, she lost it. Oh, losing the knee. Now she's tucking. Shit.
Yeah.
She's out. She needs to get up.
This is great.
She needs to get up and stand. Great.
This is a scrap, dude.
Now, okay.
Right into another takedown, but she's got that whizzer. It's just kind of... Yeah.
She's always in very scrambled fights.
Right into a mount, but only 10 seconds left. Yep, there's another scramble.
And she's on top.
She's going for an arm bar here, though, so she kind of gave it up to give.
What the fuck? Ooh. That was all over the place.
Definitely Ostovich's round, but Paige Van Zandt
all over the place.
Showed a lot of heart there. That was really nice.
Jesus.
Somebody said just pick a sub. And
Some dude said, "Do you guys know the fighters' names or what?" Nah, dude, I've never heard of these fun leagues.
So I have to ask, when you say who you're talking about, is this because you are not also watching it? The fight companion concept is that we're watching it.
Yeah, guys, I hope y'all are watching this with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be watching.
If you don't have it, that's cool. We'll gladly say the names as we're saying. We're just assuming you're watching it with us.
We're not that good at commentators, guys.
Dude, we're pro commentators.
Yeah. I don't know if I can tell you in incredible detail what's going on in this fight. I'm going to be saying, oh shit, more than anything.
She's doing a nice Kimura.
Looks like he's fighting him, Jason.
He's fighting him.
Looks like these guys are fighting.
All right. If somebody responded with why they're asking us to give direct names and all that kind of stuff.
I'll try and talk more. But
I'm missing it for a second because I've got to turn on the timer. There we go.
That was definitely Rachel Ostovich's round.
Yeah, how can I watch for free? Go to ESPN Plus, but click on our link from one of our other videos, actually. Right. Because we've got a referral link. We get money for that. Do it. We should paste it in here, but yeah, I didn't think about it. Jason's a good commentator, not Bo.
Oh,
you're just saying that because you love
hurts.
me and you want to make me feel good. That's all it is.
That hurts, buddy. That hurts me.
I just rant is all I do.
That hurts me. Man.
Beautiful transition.
I like to think you're the Mike Goldberg of us, too.
You can give me the whole pat on the head, man. That's like saying I'm a Joe Rogan.
Speaking in a Portuguese, Bo.
The Portuguese. That's a Japanese chick. Or you're the one married to a Japanese chick, bro. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Paige Van Zandt has got Ostovich's back here now.
Okay.
She was landing some shots under there. It was kind of like when Fedor got stopped by Dan Henderson, just kind of going under. Oh, I think she's got this. No.
Being Paige Van Zandt has this.
Yeah, Paige Van Zandt.
Paige Van Zandt has her back and now has her full mounted.
Seriously, if you just have a credit card and you sign up for ESPN Plus, you can cancel within 7 days.
It's weird,
and not
dude.
pay
If you
anything.
give them your money, then you can watch this.
It's only $5 a month.
It's
anyway.
super cheap.
Just don't eat fast
food. Well,
then. It's kind of a weird position there. She's trying to punch her, but the only thing that's available is the ground. She's getting dumped out.
Oh, she grabbed the arm. Grabbed the arm. She tapped.
Wow. That was incredible, dude. Wow. Did she break her arm? The way she kind of looked back, looked like Paige Van Zandt was like, oh, I don't want to see
it. It looked like she might have broke her arm.
But I think she was just emotional.
I think she verbally tapped.
We're ahead by about
That was quick,
minute.
though. That was good. Let's see.
JTvo, I don't know if you guys, it's just the BT Sport or what, but for us, things appear
that was
to
great.
be
Look at that. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, she tapped. For sure. She had a verbal tap.
I think that's the...
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. She's tapping on the other side, and she was definitely saying it for sure. Jeez.
It didn't look like it broke, though. Hope not.
Yeah.
Shit.
Arm bars is just so tough because it's like by the time you're not tapping... What a fight,
man. That was incredible.
Okay. That was amazing, yeah.
Way to show just women's MMA what's up.
What's up. Ostovich honestly doesn't have the best record.
No.
She's got one of the worst records. Actually, I think she was like number 4 in the worst current UFC records.
Yeah.
She just dropped probably down to like number 3 or number 2 now. She doesn't have a great record. Paige Van Zandt doesn't have one herself, but the thing you can't take away from either of them is just like how dogged that fight was.
I feel like women's MMA is so new. Like it's almost exactly like men's MMA in the fact that you see the guys, the people like the Amanda Nunes that are so far ahead, the Ronda Rouseys, the people that are way far ahead, and then there's just the middle tier is just so heavy. Like there's very few experts, the Rose, the Ioannis, the Shevchenkos, and then the middle ground is so like the fact that it's happened so quick in the last what 6 years, something like that.
Yeah, they started in 2013, so about 6 years.
2013, something like that. And so I mean,
Ronda Rousey versus Carmouche. I think it was March
Liz
2013,
Carmouche,
somewhere in there.
I was in Atlanta watching that fight. I remember it, but I think it's going to be Yeah, I mean, in the next 5 years, you're going to have the level is just going to keep going high.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be insane.
I mean, you hope it's like back in the day when you had fucking... Everyone always gets mad at us for dogging Tank Abbott, but like Tank Abbott was 5-6 when he fought Maurice Smith for the title.
Yep.
It's just insane, you know?
Different time, dude.
Yeah, he was... I mean, they were also pushing him because he was one of the first people to kind of like talk shit and kind of fight. Not really dirty, but he would have. I mean, he tried to throw somebody out of the cage.
Right.
So, Paige Van Zandt is about to do her interview. We'll try turning it up.
See if we can hear a little bit of it.
Hopefully, we won't get bricked by ESPN for this.
During the first round, but obviously still have a lot to work on. It was a difficult journey back, only being able to train for a short time with my arm. But I want to thank Rachel for taking.
I don't know if you guys can hear her talking, but
hard places, so to build us up. So that's what's gonna happen for both of us.
somebody's like, Paige won. Yep,
Paige did win.
What channel is this on? ESPN Plus. If you're in the UK, you're on BT Sport. If you're in Canada, you're on TSN. Depends on where you're at.
But you know, the refs in the back say, do not let go until we pull the person off of you. And I heard her, because it tapped on my hip. But I heard her.
Somebody said they're seeing on Fox Sports. Where do you live?
It's nothing serious.
Friendly cool.
But, I came back. She's going to come back strong, too.
I gotta think this fight has a lot of value for you.
They can hear her fine, great.
In the first round, and of course the finish that you prioritize here tonight.
Yeah, you know, God really likes to test me, and I feel like I was tested that first round. I know I have a lot to work on, but I'm back.
Paige going for the Christian girl angle.
She does fit this strange
She fits a very a wholesome Christian girl who likes horses vibe.
and boob jobs.
Yeah, and boob jobs and fake tits. I could see her.
She's always been kind of like.
I can see her very, very bouncing on. Very much bouncing on.
Stop it!
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Somebody said Bo looks drunk. No, Bo is high. Bo likes to get high, dude. I get high every once in a while.
You did.
Yeah. I'm not like I haven't had the great experiences that other people have had.
You halfway enjoyed the marijuanas with me.
Halfway.
I would say you had
Halfways. Let's see. Did Artem Lobov win? Artem Lobov always wins, okay?
100%. Number
How
one
dare
pound
you?
for pound fighter.
At least Jason reads the comments. Of course I do.
How the fuck am I
We want
supposed to read the
chat with you
comments?
guys. Yeah. He's not on this.
God damn. You're not going to hold that against me?
I won't let him touch my computer, dude. This is just how it works. I got too much.
Take that, dude.
Too many suspects and links that I've visited on this
computer now, dude. Take that computer.
Actually, dude, I'm so ready to replace this computer.
Can I buy that from you, dude?
Yes, you can.
All right. $45.
ESPN Online is down. I'm not having problems with it. Have you tried it from the app and casting? I don't know if you have an app you can cast from, but that would be one other thing. If you got another device, if you got Chromecast, if you got Roku, if you got a laptop.
That dude says he can do a sheet of marijuanas without overdosing. That's incredible.
Ooh.
Somebody get this guy. Give him a handle.
Who do you think the GOAT is? No one likes to hear that.
Dude. You want to talk about
no
that for an
one
hour?
likes to hear that. I think it's John Jones.
It's John Jones. Let's be real.
And I'll be honest with you. I think they're all on steroids. Like, I really do think that. It's like, I was just... actually, one of the things I've been watching, GSP, GSP, totally fair argument to make there. But, like, since ESPN Plus, since I got that, I've been watching all the documentaries like that, kind of like talk about that sort of thing. And recently I probably watched Icarus 5 times just because there's so much information in there.
It's incredible.
But you remember Ben Johnson was like the first guy to get popped. He was the sprinter.
Yeah.
He was Carl Lewis. Was that the guy he beat? Or is that the actor? I don't know. But anyway, he was this Canadian guy that beat the American superstar of the time. Carl Lewis is what I think his name is. If I'm wrong, correct me, please.
Danny Glover.
But Danny Glover. So he beat him in that race, and he popped for steroids, like straight up steroids, tons of it. It all showed up. 3 months prior to that, the big American guy, popped for all kinds of things.
Right.
And what they did was, I mean, it was in where did it happen in '88? It wasn't Barcelona, was it? I think it was Barcelona. And so they actually asked him. They were just like, "Oh, what was it?" They're like, "Oh, it was training supplements." And it was early enough in kind of like drug testing history that they were like, "Oh, okay,
That sounds good.
like literally,
It
like
makes a lot of sense.
the guy who administered the test is on there. He's the same guy that's on Icarus that literally says he thinks everyone is on steroids.
Right.
The same guy that said that, he was like, no, he was clearly cheating. And when I turned it over, they didn't want to bust this guy. They wanted the star to stay the star. They wanted the cash cow of the Olympics to make all of them money on NBC or whatever, channel it was on.
I mean, to think that, first off, UFC right now has the most stringent drug testing in all of sports. So you're watching a lot of people get popped. But, I mean, every other athlete is using. I mean, it's just, if you're going to give, when you're talking about the highest level of athletics and you're talking about getting a slight edge, they're going to do it. It's just going to happen. And the level of drugs is usually above the level of testing. And so to think that Anderson wasn't taking testosterone, like, I don't know, man. It kind of, if your number one knock against John is the drug test, then that's just because the other people probably didn't get caught, in my mind.
I mean, it really is a facts over feelings argument. You want it to be a fair world, like.
Would it be him versus GSP then, though?
It would be him versus GSP or Anderson even.
Well, Anderson's lost multiple times.
Well, I mean,
Anderson,
you have to. The thing that makes him eligible is the time that it happens. Not what happens. I mean, if you lose when you're, like 40 years old and you had all your greatness, 5-6 years before that, I don't think it's the same, to be honest.
But see, man, I think 10 years from now, we're going to have a completely different conversation. It's just going to change. Like, the greatest of all time is going to continue to change. Like, it's just, 10 years ago, you would have said that, 2009? Yeah, Fedor is the best heavyweight ever in the world. Right. And now you know that that's just not true.
Right.
Even with their, because the level of competition is going to get better, you're going to see people rise to the top. That's just how it is.
Believe me, we know that this is an unpopular statement.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's a facts over feelings thing, though. It really is. Like, I don't care how you feel. I don't care how just of a world you want it to be.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Somebody asked about the free trial. There it is. That's our referral link.
We're sponsored by ESPN, so.
All right. So Jay Tebow says, to me, it's like saying crime is ever existent. We should just allow some crimes not to have consequences as it happens everywhere. No. The argument,
No.
The argument is everyone thinks John Jones cheats and that no one else is cheating.
Right.
It's that they're all cheating. They're actually doing the same thing. And that some people are getting popped and some people are better at it. Like,
I mean, it's about, what factors you want to go by? Never lost? Okay, John Jones, only guy.
Well, I mean, who's the guy that never got caught and that had everybody going after him all at the same time? It was Lance Armstrong. They were he was microdosing for 5 minutes on a bus.
Yep.
When they would take, breaks in between the Tour de France. They would never catch him.
Yep. He turned himself in. They never caught him.
It was something like 50 times that the same guy that did the Icarus, the guy that we've been talking about, tested him, and not once did he find him.
Yep.
The argument is not that everyone's cheating, so it's okay. No, I'm not saying it's okay at all. I'm saying
everyone's cheating, so who's the best out of the people that are cheating, right?
I'm saying that this argument that people are making that John Jones is the lone cheat, because that's the argument people are making.
Right.
People are like, he's a cheater, and as if no one else is doing it. And I really think that very few of them are not doing it. All right, think about weight cutting for just 1 second.
Yeah.
Think about the links that somebody like Yoel Romero will go to, that TJ Dillashaw has just gone to, that all these fighters will do just so that they'll be a little bit heavier than somebody on the night of the fight, just so they'll be a little bit heavier. And that says nothing about technique.
And then you're talking about banned substances, period. So you're talking about, it's not just, you're not talking about testing positive for D-ball or Tyranobol or something like that.
Right.
It could be anything that's banned. I guarantee every fighter is taking something that is now banned. I would imagine.
Well,
I would have to imagine, right?
That's not really the argument, though. The argument is that like they're knowingly taking something
Sure.
that they know is
Sure.
helping their performance, and that's frankly what I feel is like. And I don't even feel it's that way. Like it's what the commissioners, like the people that formulated this testing, are saying themselves.
What would be your fix?
I can't mention the guy that I talked to, but I've talked to commissioners myself because I made a video about how they should get rid of state athletic commissions and they should go to a privatized system.
Sure.
That maybe
Like
the
NFL.
commissions still oversee like medicals,
Right.
like something like that.
Right. You're talking about like the NFL, right?
Like
they
the NFL.
They regulate themselves.
Like actually all of the major sports, the big four here in America, the government has nothing to do with that. Zero to do with it. But the argument there is they're also even more on steroids. He's like dancing. Yeah, check that out. Showing the Cejudo finish.
That looked like a good dance move.
Yeah, he's getting it, dude.
Hey, what the fuck? That was a finish? Benavidez.
I showed the last Cejudo fight where he had to finish the guy twice. I forget who that was.
Benavidez.
That wasn't Benavidez.
That was Benavidez.
Oh, no. I was talking about the guy who he was. Who he was fighting.
Okay.
I was waiting to hear a different name.
That's not
Why aren't these fools talking about the fight? Because we're in between fights.
because there's not a fight going on.
The fight hasn't started.
Maybe me and Jason will fight. We'll talk about that.
Dude, I don't care about saying the popular thing or saying the right thing or saying what people want you to hear. You should never live in a world where people tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah,
and if you disagree with me, I love debating this stuff.
And
love
also,
it.
you can just click that YouTube home button.
And for fun, Jason versus Bo. Bo would win so quick.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. Jason's deadly. He played me some
Who's
mind
fighting
games.
now? Benavidez is walking out, and Dustin Ortiz has already walked out. So we're just kind of waiting for them to be announced.
A flyweight fight.
Jason by double flying armbar. I will take that. Somebody's in my corner. I appreciate it.
I would never fight Jason. If anything, Jason would be like my John Danaher guy. He'd be my mastermind. But somehow you'd only make YouTube videos of me.
Who y'all going for? Dude, Dustin Ortiz was the first guy that we ever had on a podcast when it was just me and Tom when
Nashville
we first
guy, too.
started. Nashville guy. He's from Franklin. One of the coolest dudes I've ever met, especially in the fighting world. Super, super awesome guy. I can't...
Cool story.
I have a really hard time separating myself from this fight. Like, Benavidez probably has the technique advantage and has the experience advantage. He's already beaten him in the past.
Really quick.
He's on a 3-fight win streak right now. He's looking really good. But I'm emotionally tied to this one. Franklin, Tennessee is right outside of Nashville.
Heck
It's
yeah.
basically Nashville. It's like a burb of Nashville. You think
But
this will be the last
watching...
non-championship male flyweight fight? I think it depends on how well Cejudo does. I think Cejudo has to do more than just win. I think Cejudo has to finish him in a way. Yeah, it's got to be entertaining. If Cejudo loses in an entertaining fashion, maybe there's some hope there. But generally speaking, I think if he doesn't do well in the fight, it's.
But see, Benavidez fought Cruz multiple times at 35. Like, the best guys are going to move up to 35 if they want to stay there.
Right.
That's just how it's going to happen. It does suck for people that, you liked in that division. But, they might make more money elsewhere. That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, I like everyone being in kind of the same place myself.
For sure. But that's why I wish there was more co-promotion. I wish there was a way that people could fight.
That's what's great about Bellator and Ryzen this past year. Darion Caldwell. Okay. They haven't started yet. Yeah, Horiguchi getting that win. You could argue it was bad for Bellator, but I don't think so. I don't see it that way. Like, in my mind, it was more so like, all right, now they get to bring him over into Bellator. And even if he doesn't lose, they'll get another shot at having one of their champions fight in Ryzen. So the fight has started here. We've only seen one leg kick. I believe it was from Benavidez. Nice body shot, but a big shot back from Ortiz there.
Benavidez is kind of like the story of alpha male, man. He's always been in the top 2, top 3 guys, just never the guy.
Even at bantamweight.
Win.
Oh! Benavidez landed a nice, really big, overhand left there. Just came out of nowhere. Ortiz, it looked like it kind of staggered him a little bit, but he seems to be. It wasn't quite to the point of being wobbly.
They
both landed, when Benavidez went for a big shot there. That single, he's not going to get that. He needs to go for that double.
I really think if Benavidez is like Gustafsson. Like, if he was coming up any other time, then he would have been fine. The two biggest guys in his weight class were Cruz and then Mighty Mouse.
Also, Ian McCall won that first DJ fight. He did.
Yeah, he
definitely won that fight.
And then it would have
he
been
almost
McCall
finished
versus
him in that
Benavidez.
third round twice.
Yeah.
So that would have been the real question, but Ian McCall, he just had like the worst. I think he's got that.
He's cranking it. He's turning well.
He's fighting it.
Oh, that might be it right there. Oh no, he can't. He lost it. He lost
Wow.
it. Okay. Wow.
He's trying to redouble. No, he's out.
Tough,
he's out.
Man, he's so tough.
Ooh, man. Yeah, that was rough. That was close. Great fight so far, and that's back and forth action.
Absolutely.
Just kind of up against the cage, kind of clinching now. Benavidez is trying to go for a single leg. He just kind of let go and just threw a nothing kind of kick. Nothing leg kick out there. Yeah, it's
good
push kick.
Yeah, well,
And then he kind of landed a bit of an uppercut, but it from the angle it looked like it kind of got blocked.
It's kind of weird, man. So like, why do you think that they're still having flyweight fight? Like, there's still flyweight fights booked. I mean, this is a flyweight fight, obviously.
Well, it's like
all
I was
kind
just
of
saying.
hinging on like tonight. Like,
Yeah, I think what they've done is they've set this up as the number one contender. Should they choose to keep the division around?
Sure.
I think it's more so than just about Cejudo winning tonight. So say Cejudo does really well.
Right.
The next fight has to deliver too, because they're just on their last leg and they're on kind of the brink here.
Well, best case scenario for I guess if
Ortiz
Cejudo
just did a
wins,
crazy scramble reversing Benavidez out of a guard position. That was insane. They're now scrambled with Ortiz against the cage, just kind of going after Benavidez. This is great. This is really a really back and forth round.
Absolutely.
I don't know that Ortiz hurt Benavidez, but it looked like Benavidez kind of hurt Ortiz there at the beginning, and he had that close guillotine. So far, I would say that you have to be giving it towards Benavidez, but it's close. It's scrappy. It's really scrappy.
Where's Dustin training out of now? You had him on the podcast.
Ooh, I don't know.
Like ATD? Okay.
I don't know.
That's Friend's basement, I think.
Yeah. What do they have in like the UFC 3 like fighter modes? It's like I think there literally is like someone's basement is where you start. Basement. Yeah. Yeah, they're just kind of clinching against the cage here. Benavidez has got Ortiz down now, but he scrambled right back up.
Did you see that stuff between?
It's such a strange thing to kind of be going for takedowns in flyweight. It seems like there was a point where you would see a lot of kind of top game, like we were talking about Ian McCall versus DJ, but it just seems like the small guys have all just kind of figured out a way to just kind of bounce back up 9 times out of 10. But that being said, Benavidez just did finish.
Huge left hand by
Benavidez, just cracked Ortiz, and he went down, but he appears to be.
He can't follow up.
Yeah, he's tying Benavidez up to such an extent that he's not actually able to land.
He still got him in full guard. That's great.
Yeah, he's back to full guard. Whoa, what was that?
Holy shit. No, it wasn't a tap. It just kind of looked like it.
It was just
kind of looked like Benavidez tapped, but he didn't.
He definitely didn't tap, but for a second there was like, wait, did something just happen? Did he just like break a bone like in a freak accident? Like, what the hell just happened?
He passed.
Yeah.
Benavidez
He's like,
yeah.
This fight is not as easy as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought this fight would be easier than that. Benavidez versus Cejudo, if they both win, would love to see that again. Yeah,
for sure.
Benavidez won that fight, so it's just a logical fight to happen.
How much more of the flyweight roster did they cut?
They cut Scoggins. They cut
sucks.
Torres. Those are the two that I know for sure that they cut, actually. I don't know that they cut a whole lot, but it's kind of a lightweight. It's kind of a light division in the first place.
To be honest, I mean, like Horiguchi was their guy. They shouldn't have ever let him go.
Horiguchi was amazing.
He was incredible. He lost to DJ.
I think he's a lot better than he was back then, too.
Absolutely. He was super young fighting DJ. Really young guy. DJ's young, too.
I almost prefer commercial breaks to this. I don't know. Anybody else watching ESPN Plus, it just like goes to complete silence.
Do you think that people... Dude, I swear to God, I've watched flyweight fights with my dad, and he doesn't watch it because he thinks he can beat them up. Like, do you think that that's what it is?
Did it restart? No, yeah, the clock's not. Yeah, thanks for letting me in.
Do you think that's what it is? Like, it's just because they're small?
Yet? What is? Well,
just
because they're small, they're not
like the
popular,
lack of
or-
interest. Yeah. Because people think they're small, like they're unskilled or something like that. Or
I do think there's a
like
real
the everyday
fan
thinks they can beat them up.
I mean, we get crazy comments on our videos like, "Oh, it's because he's smaller than my knuckles." Like, they'll say something really dumb like that.
Well, if I'm a 240
Like, and that's
pound
not
dude,
the people in the comments. That's just some of the casual.
Well, if I'm a 240 pound dude, it'd kind of be tough for me to imagine a 120
the timer
pound
just
dude
like stopped on me.
beating me up.
Our timer's done, dude. We're just having too many problems on this tonight. We need a young Jamie. I apologize.
I need a young Jamie.
Why no girl on the sofa? I mean, do you want us to boner?
Do you have one?
Do you not think I would reply to that?
Well, no girl on the
I'm
sofa.
gonna say this is a live chat. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm drinking beer, hanging out.
Hey.
So thanks for the response. ESPN Plus is trash. I mean,
Guys, it's
I'm
probably-
having a good experience right now.
Yeah, it's working, man.
And this is so much better than on TV for me because I didn't pay for the TV package, but then again, I just paid for the ESPN card to watch.
Look at the
on
fights
that.
you're getting without paying $60, guys. You know,
Yeah, I mean, $5 a month is a steal, I think.
$60 for the whole year versus $6 for one pay-per-view. I mean,
Right. Well, so like if
kind of
you
a steal.
if you want to like keep Fight Pass for the other fight cards, but I think most people are using Fight Pass to watch the Fight Pass prelims.
That's good by Dustin.
You know, but supposedly some of the cards are still going to have Fight Pass prelims, which is just stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
The UFC model just doesn't make sense to me right now.
I mean, I think it makes perfect sense. They're making a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
They're making so much money. But the problem is you're putting it behind a paywall.
Right.
Ortiz looked like he kind of got rocked there by Benavidez. Another just kind of right hand, right to kind of like right behind the ear there. Yeah, definitely Benavidez got round one. So
Yeah.
the second round is Ortiz's game to try to come back. And they're clinched against the cage again. I feel like these scrambles aren't that productive. Like they just kind of end up against the cage. Somebody gets taken down for a second.
And they pop back up in their stand.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's not moving towards a finish. It's moving towards a stalemate with a couple points there. And I realize that can win you a fight, and that's why they're doing it. But
Well, I feel like this is kind of the problem that people had with flyweight sometimes is that they don't see the incredibly fast, intricate technique that's happening right here. They see no one's getting hurt, you know, no one's getting rocked right now, so nothing must be happening.
right,
But they're operating at the fastest, highest technical levels, and
yeah. What you lose in power, you earn in technicality and speed.
It just doesn't like one punch knockouts just aren't the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not going to happen as much at flyweight.
Yeah, it still happens, but much more rarely. Somebody was saying that they're having trouble with ESPN Plus. Yes, 12 times 5 is 60. Thank you, Michael Sheets.
Thanks, buddy. I struggle with that sometimes. I struggle with that.
I mean, I prefer, like, they're also doing more cards on here than they were doing on ESPN. I prefer the streaming services.
Oh, he's got
Almost
Benavidez
always.
back.
Yeah, he's scrambling out of it.
One hook.
He's scrambling out of it.
Yes,
It's already lost.
He is.
He's peeling the leg out.
He's got to get it past that knee, and then he's fine. But the knee is what's holding him.
Ortiz is definitely more on the
he
bottom.
should
here.
be okay now. Oh, he still has
Oh,
got.
oh.
Look at that lockdown.
He's turning
He
around.
has on his leg.
Yeah. He's turning around. Oh, Benavidez.
That was incredible by Benavidez.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay.
Benavidez
Wow, that
is
was
so
great.
good, man.
It looked like Ortiz said something to the ref right there, though. It really did.
He wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah, hey, he's beating me up. This guy's fighting me.
I mean, this is really what the kind of complaints on the division are, if we're being honest here. It's like,
see, but look at that scramble.
the scrambles are great. It's just, I'm thinking from a casual fan's eyes, they're like, why didn't he hit him? And that's the annoying thing about it.
You got to think, man.
Because we're seeing a lot of high-level stuff going
Right.
on here, and it's so enjoyable, but not everyone understands that.
I mean, me and you are both average-sized dudes. If I'm a 6'6" former football player and I'm getting stoked to watch two little 5'6" dudes fight, you know?
Oh.
Like that I think I could beat up.
A couple left hands there from Benavidez.
Absolutely.
Didn't quite rock Ortiz, but one of them landed, and the other one kind of glanced off of him. But yeah, it's still stupid though, because I mean,
it's
you're
100%.
they're not fighting. You know, like I don't care if you're 7 feet tall. You're not fighting.
It's
You're
not even
watching
close to the same.
other people do it, and that's the point.
Right. I feel like combat sports have to. Oh shit!
He's not. It's not under the chin, but Ortiz is really close.
Benavidez.
It's the end of the round. I don't think
he's got 10 seconds left.
Unless he
nope,
puts
he
up,
have it.
yeah,
got nothing. He lost
he'd have to nearly break his jaw to get him to tap there.
He would have to face
even
crank,
then he might not
much.
tap. Yeah, man,
he's fighting somebody.
What a round,
dude! Incredible round.
So who won that? I might lean towards Benavidez still. Ortiz.
I feel like maybe Joe. I think. Yeah, maybe Joe. I don't know.
So somebody said, why do you think 125 is popular in boxing but not MMA? I think the major reason is if you really look back at the way that the title got won, essentially. That first card, March 3rd, 2012. This is a video I'm working on, by the way. So this isn't normally just floating around in my head.
You about to get a breakdown.
But this is when they had Benavidez fight Yoshihiro. I forget his last name. He's kind of like the forgotten part of this whole
Akiyama.
Original. Yeah, Akiyama. But so Benavidez fight was actually exciting. He knocked him out. Knocked out Yoshihiro immediately. The Ian McCall fight versus DJ was incredibly exciting, but they messed up the call and didn't add up the scorecards correctly. So literally because the Australian Commission could not add the numbers together for the round, which was supposed to go to a special tournament, sudden death, kind of sudden victory, fourth round. They actually added it up wrong. Instead of it being a draw, even though it would have been Ian's decision to win, if they decided to score it in the fight then, they actually did it so wrong that DJ won. And so DJ actually got booed. People were chanting bullshit as the fight happened.
Kind of was bullshit.
It was bullshit. He wasn't supposed to win that fight. Even then, Ian McCall won one of the other rounds. And so then DJ goes on to fight Ian McCall again. It was kind of a lackluster, safe, boring decision. Yeah, Benavidez just got to take down Ortiz. We're 30 seconds into the round, FYI. Yeah, so that happens. And then the Benavidez fight happens. And that was similarly booed at the end of it. It was seen as a boring fight. And that was the kickoff to the division. And so the time went on. For the first couple fights, they were actually all kind of seen that way.
Right.
And they were so dominant that it wasn't actually that exciting. There wasn't back and forth moments. There wasn't highlight reel finishes until a little bit later. And then you got the Horiguchi 459 finish.
Transitions are insane.
Yeah, Ortiz is
These
basically on his back
absolutely
right now.
Insane. See, I always thought that it's because
he's out of that.
People say boxing is so popular in the Philippines, in places where their big champions are smaller dudes. And boxing is a more popular sport over there. That MMA is just not going to gravitate towards people like that in America, where their biggest, their superstars are the LeBron James dudes, the 6'6" dudes, the 6'8" dudes. There's no American hero there's no American hero that's 125. The Philippines hero is Manny Pacquiao.
But on the other side of that, on the exact opposite side of that, people were saying that about 155 when 155 was first formulated.
For sure.
They were saying that it would never be anything, and it literally went away for, about 2 years?
Benavidez has it under the chin?
Nope.
Oh, he lost it.
Yeah, Ortiz is right now on kind of a back mount on the ground. He's laying on top of Benavidez while Benavidez
He's got a body triangle on him?
Nearly got he's got a body triangle on, and he nearly had a rear naked. So they're kind of scrambling right now.
This has been an incredible fight.
Yes, this is a great
very
fight.
Back and forth. To be honest, man,
those are the kind of fights that happened.
Yeah. Those
are the kind of fights that Demetrius Johnson was known for. And then the other issue is there was no other stars that really popped up as a result. Benavidez was always there, but Benavidez got knocked out in the second fight. It was never actually competitive between the two. So it wasn't a true rival. Quick. John Dotson was in the first fight, but the second fight was actually kind of boring.
Yep.
It was just so dominant, and it again speaks to that early Demetrius Johnson fight style. And then he started getting finishes, but he never honestly should have fought Ray Borg. That was one of the best finishes that ever happened, but Ray Borg
was not.
He should have fought TJ then.
Yeah, he should have fought TJ.
And that's easy for us to say on the outside as fans. That's easy for me to say as just some dude that's just watching the fights and is not fighting himself. But the reality of it is, like, that would have gotten the fans on his side, and he didn't go for it. And then he ended up losing to Cejudo in his next fight, and it's the first time the title's ever changed hands. And Cejudo could be a star. If he wins tonight, I think he'll definitely be a much bigger star than he was before, and maybe even bigger than DJ was. DJ's biggest pay-per-view was 205,000 buys that he headlined.
Yeah.
Not to mention, that had Eddie Alvarez versus Cerrone as the co-main event, and before that, it had Poirier versus Conor McGregor. It had, albeit rising talents on there. It was Eddie Alvarez's first fight in the UFC.
Right.
But there's a big difference between that and any other card he even headlined that did.
Well, if your most dominant guy doesn't really want to be a star, and DJ didn't give a fuck.
No.
Like, to be honest, he really didn't give a fuck. He's not going to sell out who he was as a person to be a star. And
he actually knew that.
Yeah,
he
and
opted
he knew
for
that.
a guarantee over pay-per-view points.
Right, exactly. He knew that people were not going to gravitate towards it. Yeah, I know, it's so back and forth.
Ortiz is
What
like...
is that?
Yeah, there's just some crazy shit going on here. They
These
kind of
guys
like
are-
oddly stalemated here. It looks like Benavidez. Nope, he's not going to be able to turn out of it just yet.
No matter who wins, it's super close. I don't think this is really clear cut. No one's beat the shit out
For
of each
me,
other.
Benavidez has won all 3 rounds.
He's definitely won, but it's not like he's beat his ass the whole way through.
Right.
Yeah.
It's extremely close.
Right. It's
They're
back and
very
forth.
evenly
Back and
matched.
forth. Back and forth.
Ortiz, go for broke, buddy.
Yep,
Yep,
125 could have been bigger.
Oh!
DJ did not take the big fights.
Oh! He's going for some crazy shots here.
Right.
Ortiz is.
Oh, good
Big
luck,
shot
man.
landed by Benavidez there at the end. Not
You
quite
got to give
flush,
it to
but
Benavidez, right?
I think Benavidez got it.
3-1.
I think he
2-1,
edged him
something
out.
Like that.
He hurt him a little bit in that first round. He landed the bigger shots and had
Great
more control.
scrambles the whole way through.
Great scrambles, incredible stuff. Near submission attempt
Right.
in the first round by Benavidez. Not quite for the second, but
Someone just said, who would win in a fight, Greg Hardy or Rachel Osteen?
oh Jesus, get out of here!
Jesus Christ, come on, bro.
I predict Cejudo
Come
is going
on,
to out wrestle him and choke him and make it look easy. Less than 3 minutes. 2J way too compromised.
I don't think it's gonna
For
happen.
the weight cut, I don't care what he says. So this is from
lot of
Chris
people doubt
Brotherton.
it.
So it's kind of interesting to say that because Cejudo actually made weight after TJ,
Yep.
and he said he was 3 pounds over the night before, and he said he was basically 10 pounds over like a week out.
Right.
And I think TJ looks bad, but I don't think he necessarily had the rough weight cut we all kind of suspected he would.
There was
When
zero
you look
drama
at
around it at all.
Zero drama, zero. I mean, he was there before Cejudo. I don't think we can really count that.
He made it by half a pound. It wasn't like he struggled to make it. It wasn't like a...
Right. Somebody said, "Where's Simon Miller at?" Ooh, there's an Easter egg.
Hey, how's it going?
Simon Miller.
Oh, it's cool.
Jay Tiva has another question. Thoughts on the new belt? Personally, think it's a mix of Power Rangers and a digital watch. That's because you saw the Timex meme. That's
funny.
what you saw. You saw the Timex meme. I personally, they're announcing the decision. Benavidez got it, of course.
Joseph Benavidez.
Actually, the belt has grown on me. Like, for all the things that you can kind of point out that you hate about the belt, it said like Ultimate Fighting Championship all the way spelt out on the belt on a couple different places. That's like Iowa on their state flag. It says Iowa on it. It's like, can you imagine if the American flag said America on it?
100%.
Or the Union Jack said the
I was-
United Kingdom
if I was president.
or England.
If I was
If I was
president, it'd just be a big, bold America.
The point is, it's supposed to be a symbol. A belt is supposed to be... Less words is almost always better.
It'd be a gun in America.
Yeah, actually, I should turn this up. I
I
want
wanna
to
see
know
it, I
what
wanna
he's
see it.
saying.
This time because that's what I was doing good. Proved there, made the fight harder with him scrambling Billy. So he's on his way, and it was a great win for me to pick up in a rematch.
Wow, look at
Big third
that.
round for you, got the job done. This may sound rhetorical, but you came in number 2 in the world. I know you're jonesing for another crack at the flyweight title. Your thoughts on what's next for you?
Of the same as last time. I fought 6 weeks ago. I said the same thing. I want the winner of that title fight between Cejudo and TJ. Whoever has
He'll fight
that
TJ.
strawweight belt,
Shit.
flyweight belt. That's who I want. So
I don't want to see you cut to 115. We'll stay with
He
flyweight.
said 115. He said strawweight. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
Please don't go to strawweight, Joseph Benavidez. You little scrappy man.
Well, we know one thing for sure. the division goes away or not, Benavidez is 100% sticking around.
Benavidez next.
I think
in
Ortiz
line,
should stick
right?
around. Yeah, he's next in line, easy.
So
there's no way anyone else is.
Cejudo
He's the last
wins.
guy to beat Cejudo.
He beat Cejudo.
Yeah.
Then if it's TJ, he beat TJ and he's fought at 135. I mean, you know. It was versatile, but look at Max,
Yeah,
my boy.
Yeah, number
Max
4
all
pound
the
for
way.
pound fighter in the world. Jesus, look.
Chris Weidman in the background.
Gianvillante was picking Chris Weidman's nose in the background. That was ridiculous.
What do you think's next for Holloway, man? You want to see him at 145? You want to see him move up?
I don't think they're intriguing matchups. I'm not super. Nah, it doesn't matter,
I'm
dude.
joking, bro.
The mysterious man off the camera dropped his phone. It doesn't matter. So I would say 145. There aren't intriguing matchups. I'm honestly not interested in the Edgar fight. He's only on a 1-fight win streak right now. He just lost to Ortega, who Holloway totally beat. I realize that's MMA math, but
You talking about
1-fight
Moicano?
win streak is not MMA math. No, I'm talking about Edgar.
Oh, okay.
Moicano, maybe.
Moicano is the only guy that really deserves it right there.
Who was his last loss against? Moicano. Was it Ortega?
Ortega, I think. Yeah, split decision
I think
or
so,
something
too.
like that. Something like pretty close. But he didn't have a dominant win.
Yeah, and he's up against Jose Aldo now. So
There's Yair
dude,
Zabit.
that's February 2nd. Jesus, I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah. Yair Zabit.
Volkanovski's fun. I like
Volkanovski is a badass.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was sick.
The way he
that
just
was an
beat Chad
amazing
Mendes.
fight. Amazing fight.
Volkanovski
Volkanovski is definitely in line, but I feel like Volkanovski versus Edgar makes sense. Like that's what you need to make.
Yeah, maybe.
He needs a bigger win than Mendez. Mendez has been gone for 2 years. Came back one fight versus
He
Jury.
looked great.
He looked good, but Volkanovski starched him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt in that. So give him a bigger win. Give him a platform. You know.
I mean,
just because we've literally had Holloway versus Habib before.
Yeah.
Like, why is that not a thing? Like we built that up. Why is I
it
want to
looks
make
so
that
much
fight.
better in hindsight.
I want to make that
It
fight.
looks so much better in hindsight.
You
It
think
looked
so?
amazing at the time, and it looks even better now.
Yeah.
No,
I think
like I'm
looks-
saying it like in hindsight,
I think
like
it looks
we really
much
got
better
robbed.
now. Yeah.
It's because the New York State fucking athletic commission was just like, yeah, stop cutting.
Yep.
Like, why? His team thought he was fine.
I would kill to see Habib versus Max.
I think that fight is going to happen. I think it should happen. I just think that Ferguson has to fight Habib first.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if there's any argument for Moicano or Volkanovski, I think it's that he's going to have to wait. Yeah, so he might as well fight in the interim
I wanna
against
see-
and clear out the division even further. You know,
Right. I want to see Aldo go to 55. I feel like if Aldo moved up and fought Poirier,
Right.
that's the fucking fight right
Yeah,
there.
there's
Like,
no way he's beating a Holloway, man. Those two fights were just so sounds.
Right.
They were. I mean,
So-
if they would have gone 5 rounds, I mean, no telling what.
So
Aldo
what?
would've
You
looked like
fight
at the end of it.
Moicano, you lose him. You lose. No one knows him. Or you go and fight Dustin Poirier at 155.
Right.
If you lose to him, at least you lost to the best student in a different division. If you
Right.
beat him, then you're up there. You fight Connor again.
You're right
you
at the
fight,
top.
You fight
Yeah.
Cowboy. You fight those guys. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the fucking fight. And you have
They've
a
been trying
brutal
to get
cut.
him to go down to 155
They
for
want
like
him to go
10
up,
years.
yeah.
For like 10 years. When he was champ, they were trying
Right.
to get a super fight set up way back in the day.
Well, he's older now. Just go up, dude. Go up
Yeah.
and fucking.
They tried to do the Pettis fight back in the day.
Pettis versus Aldo's great fight.
Yeah, that's...
Pettis
I don't
went
know
up,
if that's
but-
the dream fight it was. Yancey's walking out, by the way, so we're in between fights.
Well, say if you were gonna do Habib versus anyone else, then then Aldo versus Tony is a great fight.
Statistically, every fight Yancey has been in, he's been dropped in. Wait.
Yancey
No,
should get starched
I
here.
misread that. Every fight Yancey has been dropped in, he's also dropped the other fighter. Did he drop Cerrone?
Did someone just put Nick Diaz versus Adesanya? I was actually going to talk to you about that today. I really think that was the fight to make after this.
After what?
After he fights
Adesanya?
After he fights Silva. If he doesn't get a title shot, then,
Oh.
I thought Nick Diaz.
If
would
he
win the
loses,
fight.
sure.
No, even if he wins. Like,
Oh.
if he wins, fuck it.
It doesn't
cares?
really make sense to me. I don't think... I doubt Nick Diaz is competitive anymore. I'm just...
Fighting Nick Diaz...
The last time he won a fight was in 2011.
Fighting Nick Diaz on pay-per-view versus fighting Kelvin Gastelum. What do you think is going to give you more viewership, more numbers?
Yeah, but who cares about that? I'm paying for
Oh,
it.
who cares? Who cares about money in that shit, dude? Absolutely.
I don't care about it. I'm paying for it.
I know you don't.
I'm the one that's paying for it.
If I'm Israel, I would fight Nick Diaz all day because I'd probably starch him.
Yeah. Like, I don't
a lot
go to
of money.
restaurants and pay for the meal that does the restaurant the most money.
Okay.
I don't do that.
That's fair.
It's like you're going to a gym to get a membership that is way more expensive than you should spend because it's popular. I guess that does sometimes happen, but you would consider that to be stupid.
This
That would
Gregor
be a bad decision.
Gillespie guy is a monster. I'm very excited to watch this guy.
JT Bo said if Nick ever comes back, he'll get ronded. Oh, jeez.
Hey, that's
funny. Oh, man.
That's rude.
So you're saying he would get knocked out by Amanda Nunes? Is that what you're saying? That's messed up. It's funny that like people will like post like crazy comments, and it doesn't go through.
Yeah.
Like it gets hidden. Like I can show some of them, but they'll like try to say something like crazy sexual or something
Woodley
like that.
versus
it
the
gets hidden
winner of the
automatically.
Whittaker.
There's
I would
filters.
love to see Woodley go to 185. What do you think about that?
He said he'll go there by the end of the year.
Yeah, you think?
I believe
that's
it. He's a
that's
big
shot?
welterweight. That was the thing when he fought Darren Till. If you looked at him, he actually looked worse than Darren Till.
Yeah.
Darren Till also went to the PI Institute and learned how to do a real weight cut
Right.
because he had so much of a better time. Also, he was more determined. He had more pressure. All those things. Blah blah blah. But the PI, like he said, it took him an hour and a half to cut weight.
Right.
An hour and a half. That was what he said in his interviews.
Yeah.
It's like that's because you must have been doing something super wrong.
I feel like I just don't know why. Why is no one talking about GSP Woodley? Those are the best welterweights
that fight
of
should
all
be
time.
happening.
That's the best welterweight fight of all time. They're the same age.
Yeah.
They really are the same age. It's not like it's one guy's a 25-year-old and one guy's 35. They're the same
Activity
age.
is the only thing you could ring rust is the only
But
thing that you could throw into that.
That should be the fight. It literally is the fight that GSP is scared to take, or he feels like he
I
has
actually
nothing to
think
gain with
Woodley's a bad matchup for him because he's got the
I
knockout power on the
pick
hands
Woodley.
and he's got the wrestling that is gonna mess up.
Yep.
Like Josh Koch had kind of like what did he have, like an overhand right? Is that what he had? He kind of had like
big overhand.
a
Good
punch.
wrestling. Good wrestling.
He had a punch essentially.
Good wrestling. Good overhand right. That's about it though.
Yeah. Aside from that, I mean, he got jabbed to death by GSP, so we know for a fact that is not really a factor. I think Woodley has KO power and he has incredibly good wrestling.
I feel like he's beat better people and he's finished them.
He's beat better people and finished them.
He
Condit,
finished
Nick
Robbie
Diaz,
Lawler.
when Nick Diaz was on top after the whole like Strike Force thing,
Not
he
a
technically
finisher.
lost to Condit, but Condit was a really close fight that a lot of people thought Nick Diaz won. I personally thought Condit won, but it wasn't like a bad loss, you know. Like Nick Diaz was still at the height of his game back then. BJ Penn twice.
Woodley's
Matt Hughes twice. I think it's hard to say that Woodley has better wins.
Yeah, maybe so, but
Maya's decent.
I mean, finishing
Wonder
Robbie
Boy's
Lawler.
decent.
He finished Condit.
He beat a champion. He beat
Stephen Thompson
Condit
twice.
was a freak accident too, though.
He beat Damian Maia. Close out.
Well, I just said Damian Maia though.
Yeah.
He was never really the champion guy. He was kind of like the top of the division. Got tooled by Anderson Silva. Did really well when he went down. He's just kind of stronger.
Well, GSP also had multiple wins off of people that. I mean,
somebody keeps saying I love Trump. Like seriously, let's be real. In politics in 2019, you're all about some fucking politics. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Bro, we're watching fights.
Like left or right, it's all some bullshit at the moment.
Yeah, bro, we're watching fights.
So the fight is starting right now. Gregor Gillespie has to be the favorite. Yancey actually looks really frail here. I was thinking that as he was walking out, I just didn't say it. He looks really kind of gone.
Well, he cut to 55, dude. His last fight was 70 versus Cerrone. And I think they both cut. And he just looks like a skeleton.
He looks like a grandfather.
And Gillespie's a monster. Do you hear him though that he won't talk he won't talk trash?
I saw the interview.
Yeah, he won't talk trash at all.
He's going after a single leg here, and he's got him against the cage. He's getting the other leg, and yep.
He's
basically
he's
on
got
his,
everything.
No,
dude.
not quite on his back. He's riding him in kind of in a way that could turn out to be bad for him, but no. Yancey was focused on rather than reversing the decision.
I like Yancey. I feel like Gillespie's just
That was
Gillespie,
almost illegal.
Yeah, close.
Where they're in New York, so you have to have both hands out. So that actually wouldn't have been illegal.
Gillespie is this guy that has brought on striking way later in life, but he started out as a
Right.
wrestler.
That's
And
now it's
he's-
illegal.
yeah.
He can't do it now. Both hands are down,
Yeah.
so you can't knee him.
Oh,
He went for knee
that's
as he was
sneak.
bringing a hand down. That was legal.
sneaky.
That was legal. That was the perfect timing
Yeah.
to do it. It's kind of like what happened with the Weidman Musashi fight.
Right.
He pulled up his arms and kneed him simultaneously. It's such a smart thing to have done.
I was so bummed about that Musashi Lovato Jr. fight. I thought that was going to be really close.
Oh my God, that's such a fun
I
fight.
know, right?
Yeah, that was supposed to happen next week, right?
Yeah, it was
Jesus.
just really close.
Bellator 214.
Yeah, Pico's fighting.
That's a great card, man.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
a fun card.
Bellator's putting out some quality stuff now.
Yes.
But I was really bummed to see that because I think Lovato is a jiu-jitsu whiz.
By the way, they're in a stalemate position here,
Yeah,
so
there's nothing super exciting to talk about, guys.
for the past, 45 seconds or so, Gillespie has had Medeiros up against the cage, and Medeiros has been trying to keep his hands down so he doesn't get kneed in the face, and Gillespie is just kind of riding him.
Okay.
He's
we're
almost
kinda
getting
working
back
out.
control.
Kind of a dogfight.
He's taking
Okay.
it. He took his base out by taking his arm there, but Medeiros scrambled, and he's going for his back. Oh, man.
But he didn't get it.
Not a good night for prospects.
Shook him out.
Nope, but he turned it around, yeah.
There you go.
Gillespie is basically got him down. Medeiros is just kind of holding himself up by one arm, and he's
feel
stood
like-
up now.
I feel like Gillespie would want to strike with him a little bit more. I didn't feel like he'd wrestle him as much. Maybe he's trying to tire him out or something.
Yeah, I mean, Medeiros is dangerous on the feet, man.
He's also sucked down at 55, man.
He looks
really
bad.
drawn out.
Yeah, really
Like, that's
drawn.
like a really skinny dude.
Yes. Yeah, so they're kind of getting against the cage here.
He's
Gillespie is
grabbing
just
the leg with him.
working for that single. Now he's trying to take the back, but Medeiros is defending well here. So yeah, it's a bit of a strained one.
Really grapple heavy.
Oh,
Rolled by Yancey.
man, there's some, Medeiros is giving him such good defense here, scrambling out of everything. He's almost got the back here. He doesn't have a hook in. He's doing the classic wrestler thing where he's more content to ride. Like they talk about that with Ben Askren a lot, where he'll
Right.
hold position rather than trying to take a back mount
Oh, 100%.
because it's riskier. And can, as you're going for that, you can get reversed. All sorts of things can happen. But if you just are content to ride, then you continue throwing strikes.
What do you think about Ben versus Lawler?
I think it's a classic style matchup straight out of the beginnings of MMA. And you still see matchups like this, and they're a lot of fun. God, these guys are scrambling like crazy.
A lot of scrambles in the last couple fights, man.
Just when you think Gillespie is going to get a mount or he's going to get a back mount, Medeiros just finds his way out, and he just did it twice back to back there. Really good stuff. Control time, 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes and 20 seconds, which is already basically 3.5 minutes by now for Gillespie.
This is definitely great.
That's a nice little stat to have thrown in there. So far, it's all Gillespie, but it's not anything that's just like, oh man, he's getting fucked up. It's just he's just kind of winning the scrambles kind of thing and getting to positions that makes Medeiros have to defend. Yeah, last 10 seconds here. So definitely a round for Medeiros. There's no way that goes to Medeiros.
Yeah, no way.
I love the Devil's Dandruff. Is Gillespie afraid to even try to strike with someone?
No, dude, no way.
Why do people say that shit about MMA? Man, he must be afraid. Dude, fight for a living, dude. Give
Bro,
him a break.
this guy's in a cage and you work your Kinkos.
Have you guys heard about the news on Conor McGregor's arrest report? Something in December. Is it true or false? If you think it was true, then you would be hearing more about it.
Yeah.
No, it's not true.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah,
You heard about the rumblings about it?
the rumors were pretty quickly denied by
Yeah.
some of the more legit MMA reporters. There was an Irish athlete that had sexual assault allegations. I don't want to say it was rape for sure because I don't want to just toss that around, but I think it might have been that. And then it basically got debunked super quick. And that's where I think the rumor started from, because it was just a generic
Right.
article saying, big Irish athlete, basically
Charged for this.
that had
whatever.
some sort of issue with that. Yeah, that was going to be charged with that, and it wasn't made public yet, and you couldn't talk about it yet. Somebody's saying who won. We're still in the fight. We're about to
Second
start
round.
the second round. Medeiros definitely lost that first round.
Not a whole lot.
Anthony
happened.
Walker, dude, we got one of the new riders in here. You said it was what was? Jesus. I can't get over how bad Medeiros looks, man.
He looks so drawn out, man. He's like a skeleton.
Opie or Op Y, I don't know how you say that. It says this fight sucks, man. I'm enjoying this fight.
Yeah, this is fun.
This has been super scrambling. Like, I enjoy watching these scrambles.
At some point, you hit a point as a UFC fan when you realize it's not just all finishes,
Right.
And you realize like you have to appreciate the small technical aspects. And we don't even have a full grasp of understanding it. We're not fighters.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So someone that understands the finer points of this is seeing just beautiful work.
Right.
You know, but at some point you have to appreciate the ability. Like, not everybody finishes. You know, Tom Brady doesn't fucking throw 4 touchdowns every single game. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't happen.
Well,
You know,
I mean,
and
I
at the
think
highest levels of sports, like sometimes it equals out, and it's the small differences that you know that.
right. The small differences
Yeah.
make, like,
Right,
they
right,
add
right.
up big time, and
Yeah.
like, it's trading novelty for nuance. It's like you're no longer watching it like a casual fan who's just like, all right, let's see some punches get thrown and some bodies backed up.
boys
Like-
knock out. Boy, you know what I'm saying?
Like, the more and more you watch, ideally, the more and more you pick up. So when you're seeing crazy scrambles like this,
Wow.
Gillespie just landed a pretty big slam here, and it looks like he's finally got a body triangle here. This looks, I don't know why he's not striking it. Well, probably because of
There we
that. They're scrambling like crazy here. And if you're watching a lot of MMA, like, I mean, if you watch basically every MMA card, or you even watch like the pay-per-view cards, I don't know how this isn't exciting watching, like, somebody
Crazy.
try to go for a back mount, almost have a leg triangle in, a body
Right.
triangle in, a leg
full
triangle,
mount.
a body
A leg
triangle. Yeah, you just triangle.
for the patented leg triangle.
The patented.
Patented.
We'll talk about it tomorrow afternoon. Like,
8 corn nuts.
I hate corn nuts. That's great. There's an old gem from Mike Goldberg there. But yeah, like, I don't know how you don't see these scrambles and find it super, super fascinating. It's not as fascinating as a sub or a knockout, but this very well could be what leads to one.
You're
And I
watching
think that's what
human
makes it
chess
interesting.
right here. Like, it really is.
No one's ever said that before.
Yeah, it's never happened before.
You're watching checkers
I would say that
while
these
they're
guys,
playing chess.
they are virtually identical.
You two suck at voiceovers. Damn it, 078 Chris. You have a great username, though. Damn it. Any streams? Use Google, Milo. Use Google.
Man, I'm going to have a hard time sleeping because of 078 Chris tonight.
Oh,
I care a lot what
there's a decently big shot by Gillespie there.
Gillespie is definitely controlling him right here.
He's starting to.
Yeah,
you're starting to
take
see the
over.
where, like, he's starting to get in positions he wasn't able to get early on.
Oh, he's got him flattened out
Yeah.
now.
Medeiros is scrambling like crazy even still, but he's doing everything he can to make it hard to even be.
He's kind of tagging
Ooh,
him
that went right
directly
to
in
the
the back of the head. I don't know. He's punched him maybe 5 times in the back of the head. So far.
Right.
Just when I said Medeiros was preventing a lot of that offense, Gillespie.
Yeah, this is as impressive as this is for Gillespie. This is really impressive for Medeiros.
Yeah, it's not like
Like,
he's folding over or
He
anything.
he's losing, but the way he's defending things and the way he's just making it difficult for Gillespie to do anything that he's trying to do is just really fascinating.
So here we are, 9 minutes in, Yancey Medeiros has landed.
Ooh, that was incredible.
Jason, can I poop in your mouth and stop on it? Sure, come on over. What fight are you guys watching? Gillespie versus Medeiros. And someone's about to poop in my mouth.
Okay.
It's just so random and out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Charlie Zelenoff, the GOAT. Dude, you are not
Charlie
wrong about
Zelenoff,
that.
bro, my boy.
Charlie Z.
Charlie Z. The
If
GOAT.
you guys don't know who he is, you guys should definitely look that guy
Oh,
up.
Gregor's got him flattened out again.
Oh.
18 seconds to go.
Oh,
he gave him. He gave up.
he
on
kind
that.
of, yeah, it looked like he had it. He's cupping the chin there. Like, kind of like what happened to
might
Conor
be it.
McGregor,
That
where
might
he
be
cupped the
it.
chin and then slid his arm under.
That might
but
be it.
He's deciding to pound it out instead.
That's it. He stopped it.
I don't know if that was necessarily.
I don't know if that was necessary either. I think that he had 2 seconds left, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know if I blame him. I don't know if I'm kind of. I can see why the
I
referee
don't
did it,
think
but
so.
I feel like it should have gone on a
I
little
don't
bit
think
longer. He was scrambling.
These new
still.
refs, like that. Anytime you're not defending yourself for more than like 1 second, they're done. Like it's over. And
I was going back
It's
to
changed.
Tito Ortiz versus Ken Shamrock 2.
Right.
The crowd vehemently booed for a better finish than that.
Yep.
Vehemently booed.
Yep.
And they actually put the fight on free TV. He got elbowed like 5 or 6 times to the face,
Done.
and it was against the cage. His
Right.
head was against the cage. And the crowd was like not having it. I also think people are more educated now, and there's more safety. There's more kind of those things going on. So I think to give
Yeah.
it the other side of the argument, I think that's what's going on. But
At
there's
the
some
same
big
time,
shots
he's
there.
still defending himself. You should be
He's
allowed
still
to
moving.
take. You should be allowed to take damage. To be honest, it sucks, but you should be allowed to take damage as a fighter. Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard
Right.
3. Any sane fighter would have, any sane referee would have stopped Frankie Edgar, Gray Maynard 3 in the first round.
I'm not calling it a terrible decision. It's just a bit premature.
Right,
but
right.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, Gillespie was
Right.
dominating the fight, and he was only starting to do that more and more and more.
Yeah.
And Medeiros, I don't know, unless he did something crazy in the third
Right.
rounds. And this is MMA. That could have happened.
Gillespie is so talented too, man. He's so talented.
Yeah, this is why this guy is being talked about so much, and this is why this guy was, being touted going into this fight.
He's so respectful too, man. He said
Refuses to talk
He
about
said
it.
he's not going to talk about Yancey. He's like, I'm just going to talk about me. I'm here to do my work.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right, I'm gonna turn it up here,
Yeah,
guys.
for sure.
Listen in.
Congratulations on a huge win here tonight. That was close to the end of the round there. Were you aware how close that was?
His coaches were actually giving me the time count. They kept saying, Yancey, you got 25.
That's funny.
I said, man, I took him back and flattened out and got that wrist for 20 seconds. I definitely can do it in 20.
So towards the end of that second round, you really started to open up with the ground and pound. Did you start to feel him soften a little bit underneath you?
Yeah, man, I hate to talk about Yancey like that because he's such a nice guy. But yeah, he softened up, and it was hard to lift him. I know you guys, hey, hold on a second. Don't cheer nothing yet. Hold on. Hey, hold on.
Were they?
You guys are booing. I don't know if you're booing for me or for him. That was a tactical fight, man. He didn't want to get lifted. I was trying to lift him. I was trying for a hand to come up, wait for a hand to come up off the mat to knee. That's a tactical fight. You guys have to have trust in the best fighters and they know what they're doing. I knew I would soften him up. I knew he couldn't do that pace for 3 rounds, and it only took 2. Okay, so guys, before you boo, know that it's
weird that he'll say that after the fight.
Right.
I was waiting, and I did it.
If you're booing that, it's because you're casual and you
Yeah,
didn't know what the
absolutely.
hell was going on. It's not even that advanced. It's just like, look, open your
Yeah.
eyes.
Right.
Twice in 2018. Talk to me about this year.
Like, I mean, from a person to appreciate it's not that advanced is what I mean to say. What they were doing was
But as for
advanced.
fishing, I'm going to go on Monday with my buddy Todd Wheaton. We're going fly fishing. And I want to go down and see my buddy Walt Peterson down
Yeah.
in Cuba Lake.
Gregor versus
So it's
McGregor.
gonna be
Fight
good
for the
time guys.
name.
But guys, you have no idea how good this feels to fight in Long Island, New York City area, baby. Give me 1 second, hold on. I know I got short time here, guys. But I didn't
He got the crowd on his side.
when I moved to Long Island 8 years ago. I didn't plan on it. I did not plan on it. I got weaseled into it, and I said I would never compete again. But here I am. All right, I gotta go. They're laughing at me. Guys, I love New York. Put me back here. You guys, next time, I promise we'll work our way up the ladder on this next one. That's the most I'll do for calling out.
There he is, ladies
What
and
a guy.
gentlemen, the Rochester-born Gregor
Interesting.
Gillespie.
Look at this, guys. Look at this stat board.
All right, so they're looking at the stats here. 1 strike, literally, by Yancey.
Yeah,
Medeiros.
Yancey hit him 1 time.
Wow. 9 takedowns.
That's the most
56
dominant thing
strikes.
I've ever seen.
Wow.
56-1.
It's kind of crazy.
That's
It makes, like, Yancey, I'm sure, wish that in the beginning of the fight he just threw the biggest Hail Mary and tried to JDS him, like in the first Kane fight. Just go for everything.
oh look, Westbrook's in the house.
76ers. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I have a clue.
Jason's like 76ers.
It said that at the bottom.
I'm not bowling.
What said that at the bottom? I'm like, oh wait, actually, I think that's an ad for something else. Like they weren't talking about. I have no clue who those dudes were. Are they basketball players? I don't watch basketball.
Yes,
Are they football players?
Yes, Jason,
Don't
they
watch.
play basketball.
They play
It's a different
basketballs?
sport. Yeah, it's a sport.
Or were they 76ers?
It's a sport, yes, absolutely.
They were 76ers.
Yeah.
You sure?
No, they're the Oklahoma Thunder, Jason.
Oh,
They're
okay.
Completely different team.
OKC Thunder.
Russell Westbrook, yeah, Oklahoma City.
Okay, respect.
Respect. I respect that.
One strike. That's all Artem Milovov needs to win a fight. I don't care, dude. I love
Artem
that
is
man.
pound for pound best, for sure.
Let's
He's
see.
what, 15, 14?
Say again?
Artem, 15 and 15? Something like that?
15 and 15.
That's 'cause he's-
But they're both wins.
That's because he's fought the gods. Sometimes you can't beat the gods.
What was the first time that a fighter talking about? Was that the first time a fighter talked about to the crowd that he or she was tactical and it actually went over well with the crowd? It was kind of mixed. I heard a decent amount of boos still.
Yeah.
I think it was the New York thing that won him over. But I mean,
That was a tactical fight, don't get me wrong. I mean, it very much was.
I think it was an intelligent, way to kind of go about it. Try to say like, hey, this is what happens. Who's fighting right now? No
Greg
one is.
Hardy.
Maximilianus.
Greg Hardy coming up.
Yeah, no one yet though. We got 2 more fights. Oh, I thought you were responding to the question. You were just saying he's coming up. He's coming up, baby.
He's coming up, baby.
Dude, he's gonna finish him. Greg Hardy is
He hits
insane.
hard.
Yeah,
He's
like
an incredible athlete.
so much power. Cut down to 264. It's a big boy. Alan Crowder, not the most impressive as of late. He's got a decent record before coming into the UFC. Won on the Contender Series, and then he lost to, was it Justin Willis? Got KO'd, I believe. His first fight in the UFC against a guy without a Wikipedia article. Gotta be honest, a lot of the guys that are debuting in the UFC don't have Wikipedia articles.
Very true.
Hardy will win. It's gonna piss me off when Anik interviews him, but whatever, he's here to stay. I mean, that is kind of the reality of it, man. Like, fighting is...
Pretty indiscriminate.
Yeah, like, fighting is reality, dude. Like, narratives, be damned.
Yeah.
Who you want to win, fuck that. Like, Conor McGregor was on the biggest rise anybody had ever seen in the sport, knocking out one of the pound-for-pound best ever in Aldo in 13 seconds. Fought Nate Diaz, who wasn't even in the top 5, didn't rightfully belong to be in that fight. Finishes Conor in the most violent, most entertaining, most impressive way. That's how fighting is. Ronda Rousey at the top of her career just sold her first $1 million or $1 million pay-per-view buy. 193 was when she lost to Holly Holm, but it was 190 that she first broke $1 million pay-per-view buys on her own. She also did it with Miesha Tate, but John Jones was ahead of that with someone else. I can't remember who it was. Gets knocked out in the very second fight right after that. Just insane stuff. We just got a super chat. Our boy Zach Stolpa. Holloway and Ferguson at lightweight. Who wins?
Dude, we were talking about that earlier.
We were talking about Habib, weren't we?
Well, we were talking about, kind of a little bit about
We were talking
that.
about Habib. You and I have talked about this a lot. But,
Yeah.
dude, that is almost a funner fight
Fucking
than the
incredible
Habib
fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's almost a funner fight because style-wise, they're so similar. Like,
Right.
they're so scrappy.
Volume
They'll
based.
take shots. Holloway will just take some absolutely massive bombs. Like Conor McGregor, when he was on his rise, landed a bunch of left hands on him. Didn't do anything to him. He never rocked And I don't want to say didn't do anything to him. I just mean he wasn't ever hurt. He wasn't ever rocked.
Right.
He wasn't ever down. He was never knocked down. It was actually won a lot with the ground just as much as it was on the feet.
I feel like
That
I
guy
would
can take
pick,
a shot.
I feel like I would pick Max, but Max also doesn't have the X factor of hitting Tony so hard, like as everyone else. He's not a power puncher. He's a volume puncher. So Tony's really had problems with only two guys, Lando Venata and Anthony Pettis.
He gets rocked in almost every fight, man.
He's been rocked in
Almost every fight.
Not every fight. He didn't get rocked in RDA, did he?
Ferguson versus
RDA.
No, RDA is in
Lando Venata.
right, but
and-
we just mentioned that one.
Yeah.
Let me go back. Let me
And
actually
Pettis.
look up his record because I'm blanking on it. But
Kevin Lee, he didn't really get rocked.
no, he got rocked in that fight.
He got a little,
He got rocked in that fight.
Yeah.
I just typed.
I guess you'd probably go for Holloway then. I mean,
like the guy who's got the everlasting chin is definitely
that being said,
Holloway.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say somebody doesn't have an everlasting chin when they keep winning.
Well, they might survive it, but they're still getting rocked.
Yeah.
You know? It's like he's got a chin that holds up just enough to keep him in the fight, sure, but
Right.
Holloway isn't even getting rocked.
I want to see Max move up, to be honest.
Edson Barboza rocked him.
I have nobody. Yes.
Josh Thompson rocked him. Performance of the night kind of stuff, you know? Fight of the night.
I don't think. I really don't think there's any reason for Max to hang around 145 anymore. His stars kind of eclipse that. Go for an easier weight cut and fight. I mean, how many people really are pay-per-view worthy versus him that you think would sell a lot at 145?
Sure.
Wouldn't be Aldo again. So you have Edgar.
No.
Zabit, but who's a couple wins away from being a superstar.
Zabit's a former champion, but I don't know. I don't know.
You have Rodriguez,
he
but
would
that's
be
a
enough
while.
to
It's a
start.
ways away too.
Yeah,
Volkanovski,
too
ways
far out.
away. Mendez just lost, or else that would have been his guy.
Yep.
So move up.
Mm-hmm.
Move up to the easier weight class where you can literally headline a pay-per-view versus any of the top 5 guys. You can fight Conor again. You could fight.
I'm actually going to turn the heat
You
on.
can fight
It's getting
Cowboy.
kind of cold in here. I turned it down because it was getting hot as we were starting to set up and getting the bulbs going. It's like 59 degrees.
This is my chat, is it?
Switching it up. It's like, dude, what's going on in the chat, dude? I want to interact with the peeps, dude. So, is anybody picking Crowder? Let me see some Crowder fans. I'm definitely picking Hardy. It feels like a no-brainer. Even though Greg Hardy has way less experience, so Crowder could do it. Chael Sonnen is the only person I've seen predict Crowder's going to win.
Yeah.
But Chael Sonnen just plays the devil's advocate so
100%.
often. He plays the troll a lot. Somebody said they're scared for Crowder.
To be honest, though, man, like this is a contender series level fight. Like this is an amateur fight. Like this is a guy that's 3-0 versus another dude. Like this.
It's an
this
amateur
fight should
fight
not
for
be the
Greg.
co-main fight.
Yeah, for Hardy it's amateur fight. For Crowder, he has a pretty good record minus the last loss to Justin Willis. Ooh,
Oh, he rocked him already.
Jesus.
He rocked him.
Yeah,
already.
this is happening quick here. Crowder can knock him out though.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't need to get any
These are
wild
big guys.
exchanges.
Yeah, one good shot. Ooh,
God,
Hardy
right.
is landing
Jesus,
big here, dude.
Jesus.
As advertisers for Hardy so far.
20
man.
seconds.
Yeah.
He really needs a quick stoppage, man. That would be...
Yeah, this is where Crowder is going to potentially shine the most.
Right.
He's got him against the cage. He's going to use some of the tried and true kind of classic MMA tactics to avoid some of these punches. He just hammer fisted his
He did.
arm as he was going for a leg. Hardy did. Hardy's way out landing here.
Yes.
They're kind of doing some rock and sock him here too. Hardy has to be careful. He's
Wild
got a lot of
exchanges.
power.
Oh, good left. That was a
Crowder landed one there.
Yep.
Yeah. Hardy landed the bigger shot, but Crowder's not missing everything. He's not invincible.
Man, Hardy hits very heavy.
Hardy kind of threw a long jab there that just kind of glanced off. Threw a leg kick. Hardy threw a leg kick. They're just kind of, they're slowing down. Hardy's no longer as active as he was a couple minutes ago. Oh, nice big knee there. Crowder's trying to go for a takedown here. He's got the trip.
Ooh, Hardy on his back.
Oh, okay. Go for that Boston Crab. He started to grab both legs there for a second.
Yeah. Hit him with the Walls of Jericho.
Yeah, they're just kind of stalemating it. Walls of Jericho. You did see that fight with the guy.
I did see it.
Fight.
Actual Walls of Jericho. In MMA.
Yeah, threw like a thumbs up, and he's just like sticking his tongue out. He's just like, this is actually happening. So this is kind of strange what's going on here. Hardy's against the cage. Crowder, he's in half guard here, but he's against the cage. There's not a lot happening. It's just kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of...
Hardy just grabbed the cage. What sucks about a situation like that, especially like this, if he gets up and knocks him out...
No one cares.
That little thing could be the difference.
Yep.
That little thing, that quick. He's a big, powerful guy.
Aldo Mendez won.
Ooh, Aldo Mendez won, absolutely. He grabbed the shit out of that cage. Yeah, dude. Literally, like, sideways. It is like...
Literally sideways. This is my...
Crowder is really starting to work Hardy here.
Yeah,
he's going for a triangle, body triangle. Or a crucifix. He's got a crucifix.
Hardy's in a crucifix right now, and this is not great.
This is the way BJ Penn got finished by Matt Hughes
he's got his feet on the cage, though. He kicked around.
That was smart.
Went out the back door.
He at least knew what to do in a
he's kind of
position
getting
like
out.
that.
If he can explode here.
Crowder's going for the leg
Hardy
here, trying to pull out his base.
Been in any long fights, right?
I think he made one. No, I think they've all been in the first round.
Right.
I'm trying to think if he made one to the beginning of the second round, but I feel like they've all been like around a minute.
That's the that Shane Carwin syndrome, where you finish every fight in the first round and you can't go to the second. He pulled guillotine. Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened there.
He went for it. He just went for a guillotine.
Well, he got tapped by Dan Miragliotta there. I don't understand what happened there. Was he grabbing the gloves?
I don't know.
I don't understand what happened there. If you guys know, I did not see it. Yeah, so we're getting responses in the comments. Lee Jones says they were all, in fact, under a minute.
Hardy's in Crowder's guard.
Yeah, so Crowder's playing a smart game here. He's making him work.
30 seconds left.
He's making him work, and no doubt
he's got a triangle. He's got a triangle.
He's almost got a triangle here. Yeah, he's got to get. He's got to get that knee.
He's out.
Yeah. Yeah, he got out of that pretty well. He could go for a guillotine right there. I don't think he is.
I
but
swear to God, they better not be talking about this dude for a title in 2019. No
dude,
chance.
If he wins 2 or 3 fights, it could literally be that. Israel Adesanya wasn't even in the UFC in February.
Good right
big
hand.
shot. Crowder has a chin, man.
Yes, he does. He does, for sure.
Taking shots like that from a big heavyweight.
I feel like
that's impressive.
He looks tired.
My
boy looks tired.
He's kind of doing the zombie walk.
Hey there, George. He looks tired.
That was interesting.
Greg Hardy is gassed as fuck. He's so tired he can't drink water.
Ooh.
He just denied water, man. He's sucking air.
Then Thomas giving that expert advice in that. I mean, he's actually a really good coach.
Dude, Dean is
he's a really smart guy.
Man.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of his fight career. I know he was big for the time. I kind of consider him to be more of a journeyman. I think people sometimes hold him up in higher regard than he was at the time.
Wait, I mean, him and Josh Thompson were the two dudes at one point. It was pretty much him and Josh Thompson.
No. No, he got beat
Thomas?
BJ Penn really early on in his career.
Not super early on.
Really on in BJ's career.
In BJ's career, but
Yeah,
not in Dean
like
Thomas'
2001,
career. But Dean was
2002.
before. But he was before.
He was always
before.
losing to the guys that you consider the
Yeah.
top of the division. Always losing to him. So Trevor Whitman is the guy right now.
I'm really
Keep bringing him
excited that
back.
they have him in there.
One of the best coaches ever. Yeah, so this is slowed down so much.
Yes.
It's kind of shocking how much. Oh,
Oh,
Superman
Superman
punch. Hardy's got to be just like, what the fuck is going on right here?
Yeah.
Another shot, but Crowder landed back.
But Crowder has a chin, man. This could be an upset for sure.
Ooh.
Oh, good right hand.
Alexander Houston versus Kimbo Slice is what this is kind of reminding me of. This is actually a fun fight.
You mean
That-
Houston Alexander?
Who did I say?
Yeah, Alexander Houston.
Oh, I said it backwards. Weird.
It was like Alex,
Oh!
old Alex
Big shots by
Houston.
Hardy there.
Old Alex Houston.
Alex Houston.
My boy.
But that fight was expected
It
to
was
be
incredible.
fireworks,
Right,
expected to be
right.
kind of a showcase for either guy. This is expected to be a showcase for Hardy, and he was given a perceivable can.
Doesn't look like that's the case at all.
Yeah, immediately the underestimation of Crowder's starting to look kind of foolish.
He's
When you
also
think
fighting a
about how much
southpaw.
longer
I wonder
his
how
career's
much
around.
he's. I mean, he hasn't been. He's been training for less than 5 years, right? So
Right.
if you're doing stand up and you're facing a southpaw, it probably makes a whole
Extremely
different
confusing.
dynamic. Yeah. That
Yeah.
changes everything.
Oh,
He still has power for sure.
yeah. Wow, Crowder's
Oh, they're
taunting him.
talking
He's
to
saying,
each
"Come
other.
on, man, dude. This is about to be one of those moments." Oh, being left hand by Crowder there. Crowder is handling this.
Oh my
He's taking
God.
this moment right now. He just got it.
Crowder.
Big shots by Hardy
Yeah.
there though. Stuck out his tongue at him, going for a double leg here. Not quite
Dude,
getting
Crowder.
it. Nice.
Way to
Very
win
nice.
some fans. Talk some shit in there, bro.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It's like,
Absolutely.
who was the guy that beat Aaron Pico last year? Oh,
it's illegal!
Super illegal. Wife beater does the illegal thing. Well, I don't think it was wife beater.
Jason!
I had to go mean.
Oh,
mean.
Jason!
Of course that would happen.
Oh, he threw such an illegal knee.
It's very easy to
He
argue.
threw such an illegal knee.
Very easy to argue that that's instinct in that situation.
Yeah, 100%.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's
JT
it.
says scumbag illegal knee.
Is that DQ?
That's got to be a DQ.
They're going DQ,
no
right?
contest at best.
Oh, they're going to give him 5 minutes?
They're going to let him make the decision.
My boy's walking like Frankenstein.
Yeah, of course the crowd doesn't like
Crowder,
it. Man.
get up. Come on, bro.
I mean, it's a guy who comes in here looking super dirty.
Oh, watch this knee.
Yeah. Bam! All right. Let it go. Let it go. Let it
That's rough, dude.
play. Yeah, that's really rough.
right to the side of the head.
Yeah.
That's a tough shot to come back
Dude,
from, man.
Crowder has a hell of a chin on him.
He was still fine.
Yeah.
He was still fine. Props, Dan.
They called
good
it.
job, Dan. Good job. They're calling DQ.
Dan Hardy is... Yeah. That was bad. That was really bad.
What was it?
Winner is
No one
Chael.
wants to- no one wants to
Real
see
winner
that
is
shit.
Chael.
The winner is Chael.
Yeah, he's the one guy that predicted it. that I
Damn,
heard
it
say.
goes illegal strike.
That looks really bad.
That does look bad.
For a guy, Cormier just said it, for a guy with his history to have the illegal knee like that. That's exactly what just happened. The narrative of being this kind of bad boy coming over to MMA and then just having one of the most outright illegal knees I've seen since probably Michael Bisping versus Jorge Rivera.
They're calling it, right? It's done. It's already waved off, right?
Yes,
Okay, good.
that's it.
Okay.
That's game. I don't blame him for not
Oh,
continuing
they're
at
taking
all.
him straight to the back.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna. He's saying they're gonna pronounce him still. They're gonna pronounce him the winner still.
To be honest, man, this guy's 3 fights.
Yeah.
He has 3 pro fights. Why is he the co-main? What the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah, I agree.
You
with
literally could have gone Cowboy Hernandez into this fight, into TJ Cejudo. Now you have this shit.
that.
In reality, like I don't feel like it was malicious necessarily.
I think he's a super inexperienced guy.
Yes.
There's all the reasons to attribute the motive to him for doing it illegally.
Right.
But I think he sees a guy on the ground and he sees an open knee and he goes for it.
3 fights. It shouldn't do
Yep.
illegal.
It's the right call, though. It's the
It's
right
100%
call.
illegal. Yeah.
Whether it's
that's what
intentional or
happens.
not, it
That's
was
what
a
happens.
flagrant foul.
Yeah.
That is
That's
potentially
clear.
fight
Don't
ending.
and that's the right move. Don't interview him like like take him to the like Jesus.
I think Alan Crowder won some fans tonight, man.
Honestly, before
He
the
took
strike,
the
he
moment.
was starting to take
He's
over
surging
too.
ahead.
Yeah.
He withstood the storm in the beginning, ate some massive punches that I think would have finished a lot of people, and then started coming back at him, started taunting him.
Why,
I thought that
though?
was
I just don't understand it, man. Why do you put your most inexperienced dudes as your co-main?
Right.
Put Paige Van Zandt and Ostovich as your co-main. You know, like anything but that. Benavidez.
All right, so you guys sound off. Do you guys think that it's intentional? Do you think it's just Greg Hardy being Greg Hardy, living up to the reputation? Or do you think that it's actually possible that he's young enough, early enough in his career that he could have done that just kind of, I don't know, without thinking about it, you know? I'm hearing instincts, inexperience. He saw blood and got stupid.
I think it's
inexperience,
inexperience,
amateur
man.
move. Cut
Amateur.
Greg Hardy. Too high. It was ultra intentional, is what someone else is saying.
I think it's just amateur.
Matt Thompson thinks I'm gay. Inexperienced. And
You're right, man.
back, he was completely gassed.
I think
Definitely
you're gay.
not on purpose. Jeff Hardy. I'm seeing Jeff Hardy being Jeff Hardy.
Dude, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Jeff Hardy, dude. Man, nice job, Jeff Hardy, dude. Really bulked up in weight.
Dan Hardy was crazy.
Dan Hardy. Jeff Harvey. Solid second round for Crowder. He's living it up to his reputation. Living up, I think is what you meant to say. He gasped, looked for exit. Ooh, interesting. I mean, it wasn't an embarrassing loss.
I don't feel like that's the case.
It's an argument. It's an argument.
It is an argument. For
Inexperienced.
sure.
I think most people are saying inexperienced.
I think honestly, it was inexperience. Absolutely. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. How many people have thrown
If
illegal
you
knees?
believe
Bisping
it's-
has thrown illegal knees.
He did it on purpose, dude. 100%. Dana White even said that afterward. The fact he was like, I definitely think you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
He hated Rivera, and he was like spitting in the corner afterwards. That guy was still fuming afterwards. Like he'd done that multiple times in his career. It's one thing if you do it once. He did it for the season finale of The Ultimate Fighter when he won the tournament, and then he did it again against Rivera.
Wow.
There's no way you do that crazy mistake that no one ever does in their career twice.
Who put Stephen A. Smith on ESPN?
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. People love Stephen A. Smith, man. They just do.
Why?
I don't know.
He's the
He's
only
got
dude that
audience.
I've seen commentate on cricket and MMA in the same day.
Somebody said, "Who's fighting?"
This
now?
man is a cricket, Jason. He's unbelievable.
He's a cricket.
He's a cricket.
Somebody asked, "Does Hardy get cut now?"
Nah.
No,
Nah.
I don't think so.
They
I
put
think
him
they
on a
get-
5-pass prelim somewhere.
Unless Dana White is as convinced as some as you are that it was flagrant, it was on purpose, it was 100% maliciously intended, then unless that happens and he's just super human, I don't think so.
You could do a rematch. Just do a rematch with it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, might as well.
That's a
Well,
good call.
that's the fight to make.
It was a fun fight, you know?
Yeah, that was fun until it ended.
Somebody asked, why are those knees illegal? Well, it wasn't illegal in Pride, and it's a heavily debated topic.
Yeah.
I think the thing is when you have your knees down, you're considered a grounded opponent.
Right.
And the issue, and this is something that Joe Rogan always brings up, is if your head is pinned against the cage. This actually happened a couple times in one, and they
Yeah.
actually banned it for that
Yeah.
reason, because it's just
There's
just
no
so
way
much
for you
worse.
to move your head.
Yes.
And you are going to take the hardest strikes possible.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically all that force going into you, going into the cage and back
And
out.
there's no way you can move your head.
Yes.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it, but also it's fighting too. So, I mean, what's illegal in fight? I mean, shoot, if a guy's on, somehow falls to his knees and you can knee him and end the fight, is that why is that illegal? You can knee him standing up. You can pull his head into your knee standing up.
You can do a spinning
you can do
heel
a
kick.
flying knee into his face, but you can't knee him when his legs are on the ground.
I just think the opportunity is so much more exposed on the ground.
Right, absolutely.
North-south is, no one would ever go for north-south ever again.
Right,
if they're on the bottom, they would never scramble to that position ever again. So, from my perspective, I think it's more so like, let the fans vote on it. As a fan, I'd like to see it, but I think it's really the fighters that are going to be taking this kind of abuse. They need to be the ones that look at it. Somebody's saying gravity, Bo. Gravity. Sure.
Guys, I understand it. Don't get me wrong.
There's plenty of gravity working against you in all kinds of other positions.
Why is the 12-6 elbow illegal?
Sure.
It's like.
There are other positions that you can come from with strikes.
Is it fighting or is it not fighting? And don't get me wrong. Like I'm okay with the rule. Like it doesn't matter to me. I'm okay with knees not being legal on the ground, but it definitely changes the dynamic and it limits what they can do as fighters.
Absolutely.
That would have been if that was legal, it would have been a clean win for Greg Hardy right there. Now it's a DQ.
If the fighters wanted to do it, like say they put it to an anonymous vote, that way no one's gonna get called out for being a pussy or a bitch by stupid fans or by other fighters who really want it. And if you do an anonymous survey between all the fighters, like in the UFC, for instance, and they decide that they want that, then push for legalizing that among the commissions, I'd say. But it's so much easier for us to say, it's amazing when you used to see, Vanderlei jump through somebody's guard and do a soccer kick, or, the flying knee photo that's iconic of Sakuraba jumping into he didn't land flush, but he was jumping into Royce Gracie's guard. One of the best photos from the Predator altogether. Just incredible. It's so easy.
Shogun jumping on people and crazy shit. Show the fight, dude.
Yeah, but they spelled it Foght.
Show the vote.
We don't show the fights because that is illegal, and our channel will get shut down. 12-6 elbow is an interesting debate because it's mainly used to strike the top, the back of the head, which is illegal this itself.
Disagree.
No, it's not.
Disagree.
No, it's not.
From top mount? From full mount?
Yeah, from side control.
Yeah.
If somebody's just right here on your face,
absolutely disagree.
Most of the times that I've seen it become an issue is when somebody's against the cage, they're in a clinch, and somebody's going like this. Trying to hit the person.
Well, the thing is, they only care 12-6 from legit what is considered 12-6. If you're sideways and throwing sideways like this, they don't care at all. It's only if you come in this way.
But people are still turning their elbows because people still get called on.
Yeah,
people still get called on.
Absolutely. TJ coming out can't stop. I got TJ in this for sure.
Oh yeah. It's hard not to go with the bigger guy with the knockout power who's also a wrestler. And yes, Cejudo is the better wrestler.
And much better striker.
Much better striker. Cejudo is an Olympian. He has, gold medal, the first wrestling gold medalist since Kevin Jackson.
Right. TJ hasn't fought an amazing wrestler in a minute, too. That's a good point. Cody is a wrestler, but it's not Cejudo level wrestling.
But I think it balances out. When you have a wrestler and it's wrestling for MMA, I think it balances out.
MMA wrestling is completely different than regular wrestling.
Right.
Many people more qualified than us have said it.
John Jones clearly had the advantage in terms of height and all that stuff, but he was taking down Cormier, and Cormier was able to flip him over, I think, one time in the first fight.
Yeah.
But that was it. You know?
That's it.
Not a ton of success there.
TJ is so good, man.
He still looks pretty frail. It kind of tells you how, in comparison to 227, absolutely. When he fought Garbrandt, absolutely.
I don't feel like he looks anything bad.
He looks better, but he still looks. He didn't just cut weight, To
be honest,
he dieted
he
down.
He kind of looks like a little mini version of Kamaru Usman, John Jones kind of guy. his arms aren't massive, but his core is
John Jones
completely
has-
ripped. His back is massive.
John Jones has-
Jones does not have massive biceps.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought
in
you were
the
talking
way
about
his arm-
span.
No, body composition.
Yeah.
The way his arms are very long but kind of lanky. It's very like a Kamaru Usman, but
Gotcha.
Come in on his body, bro. Like his body, like he's super ripped, dude.
Well, I mean, it's all factors. It's all relevant.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that he's probably been able to. He looks like maybe 145. He might be up there.
He looks what? About
He might have gotten back up to like 145. Like almost might have gotten back up to natural weight.
Sure. Yeah, he said he was, usually walking around 150, so
Right.
it's probably in that range. Probably, I mean, maybe 10 pounds less.
Sure.
144 or 141, something like that. Definitely paid extra for the lights tonight.
This is like Christmas shit.
All right, so who's got Cejudo here? We've both got TJ Dillashaw here. It's hard to pick against it.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick against the big guy with the punching power. Final prediction. JT, but I already know what you got. You said, what, the third round? You feel like... you said somewhere in the third round, like a head kick finish or something? I can't remember what you said. Oh, we got some Cejudos up in here.
Okay. That's cool.
Got some TJs. TJ. Somebody said they got Henry, Cejudo. You boys in the U.S. Yes, we are in Nashville. Double KO. Cejudo. Al versus Connor. Man, you were way off topic.
Hey.
Yeah, we're getting lots of responses here. Another double KO. Henry via flush KO. Man,
Wow.
I like this would be kind of like Amanda Nunes finishing Cyborg level of surprise if that happens.
Someone
TJ gets spiked.
Someone did bring up something
That is
crazy.
technically illegal.
TJ won his first 4 fights and then lost once. Won his next 4 fights and then lost. Next 4 fights. Then
he's
lost,
on that pattern.
Then won 4 more, and this is his last fight.
Yeah, because he beat Lineker, then he beat Garbrandt twice. So this
I'm
is the
saying,
fourth one.
It went 4. Yeah, it went 4 in a row.
Yep.
And then lost one. Yeah.
Wait, 4 in a row? Then
No. So he won 4 in a row to start his career, and then he lost one.
Sunsal's the fourth.
And then he won 4 more in a row, and then lost one, and
So
then
in the-
won 4 more. And
So
then
in this current one,
is the
it's a
next one.
Sunsal, Lineker, and then the 2 Garbrandt fights. So
Garbrandt
yeah,
fights.
that's the fourth.
And
Gotcha.
then this is going to be the 4th.
Oh man,
Yeah.
superstition
Isn't that
coming
weird?
in.
Isn't that weird? He goes 4-1, then 4-1.
That's how you know
then
we're
4-1.
picking against Cejudo, and we're just like, let's pull out that superstition, baby.
Right. Cejudo's no joke, man. Cejudo's fantastic.
CM Punk via go to sleep. I love it. He's gonna interfere, dude.
CM Punk from the rafters, bro.
Jack Swagger is gonna come over from Bellator with baseball bats. Cejudo wins by hook smash. Cejudo via gold medal. Cejudo decision. I feel like if Cejudo wins, that is the thing. Or lay and pray to decision. What's with the spiking rule? People do it all the time. Like, we're talking about literally throwing someone on their head on purpose. The fights have actually been disqualified for that.
Absolutely.
People get away with it. They definitely get away with it. Most of the time what'll happen is you'll see somebody like Daniel Cormier go for like a high crotch. He did this both to John Jones and he did it to Gustafsson, and they both flipped over with it. So they weren't actually spiked. Did it to Josh Barnett. Yeah, that was
Josh Barnett as well.
That was really surprising at the time because you hadn't seen him do anything like that.
Right. It was insane.
It's still so like fresh. Here we go, 31-32.
The fact
2
that
inches.
TJ made the weight, man, that's insane.
Definite reach advantage. Slightly.
He's got the striking
0.1 pound
advantage.
over.
I would say Henry might have the wrestling advantage, but TJ really has not fought a good. Who's a better wrestler at 135 than TJ?
At 135.
It would be him versus Cruz. Those are the dudes, right? There's nobody else that's really like a heavy wrestler at 135. The top guys are Mirai.
Oh, Maurice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like who I'm possibly missing here. 'Cause I feel like there's an obvious.
I don't think that there's like
Somebody can think
a
of
really
one to say
top
it.
dominant 135er. I mean, a Sun Sal's good, but he's super well rounded. There's no clear, amazing wrestler.
Here we go. watching him say like 5 more ads.
Corn nuts.
Yeah, corn nuts. He's literally done that before. It's not the same. Like if you're like yelling it in one room by yourself, like it's time. Just kind of sound like an idiot. But that's the point of this stream.
Did I ever tell you that I tweeted Bruce Buffer and I asked him how much it would cost for him to fly to Nashville and introduce me as I went into rooms like in at college? He actually responded and said like, send me more details and I'll think about it. Like how much money you're talking about. I never followed up with him.
That's amazing.
But he was going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
If I paid him enough money, he was going to introduce me as I walked in like my college classroom.
He gets a kick out of that stuff.
That's insane.
That would be like amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one would get it because nobody we know watches MMA like we do. But
no. I would only do it to the class we were both in.
Who's this Michael Buffer wannabe? It's like, oh, that's actually his brother. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
I'm shaking, man.
Oh, well, no. We were talking so much, we thought he was done introducing. He's on to Cejudo now.
In all fairness, TJ's usually the second guy to go. It's a 190 underdog.
Plus 190. Who wins? We've said it a couple times, but TJ.
I think TJ
Greg
wins.
Hardy gets a knee out. Greg Hardy jumps back in. He's pissed. He's still angry.
Greg Hardy comes in and illegal knees both of them.
Said Cejudo looks nervous. I can see that.
Yeah, he does look nervous.
But he's an Olympic champion, you know?
Yeah, it's not like this is a dude to crack under pressure here.
No matter what you say, wrestling is way harder. Like, just think of all you have to do. You're wrestling from the time you're in high school. You're wrestling from the time that you're in college. And then you jump into the Olympics. And then you only get like one shot at these kind of guys. You don't get a chance to go back for a title. Cejudo lost. If it was in the Olympics, he would have had to wait 4 more years for that. Here we go, guys.
Here we go.
So pumped for this.
Jesus.
I'm
picking TJ in 2, but I could definitely be wrong.
I'm not. Oh.
Whoa.
Cejudo starts quick.
Absolutely.
So Dillashaw starts slow but smooth. Oh, head kick by Cejudo.
That was quick too, man.
Yes, it's fast.
He barely got out of the way.
I think that's what he's banking on. He's banking on speed here. Whoa! Oh. What? No way!
Cejudo's rocked Dillashaw. Cejudo rocked Dillashaw. Dillashaw's almost out.
Who's Dillashaw?
Dillashaw's almost out.
No! Don't stop it! Don't stop it! Oh! You fuck! I could have kept going! Wow! Dude, Amanda Nunes level finish right there, though. Like,
what the fuck?
He rocked him 3 different times there. At least 3 different times. Jesus Christ. MMA,
what the fuck?
We know nothing about MMA. We know fucking nothing about MMA. We don't know a goddamn thing.
Where the flyweights at? Where the flyweights at?
Jesus Christ.
Where the flyweight division at? Cejudo just finished TJ.
Did we just watch Amanda Nunes versus Cyborg? What did we just watch? We just watched Cyborg again.
Oh my god.
He came out heavy, guys.
I feel like it was early, but Jesus, he dropped in twice, 3 times maybe.
Man.
Holy shit. That was wild.
That was incredible. That was incredible. Yeah. I love John Anik.
Well, he said he would fight him at the 135.
See, this is why John Anik is good. He said he might have just punched his ticket into the UFC Hall of Fame with that win. And I believe that could absolutely be true. He just beat 2 of the top pound-for-pound guys.
Let's see where he hit him. What did he hit him with?
There might have been a headbutt there, actually. He landed there, though. He landed there.
Yes.
And he's landing a ton of shots here.
TJ's getting rocked. This was early,
This reminds me of the John Dotson fight. He landed another big right hand there.
Let's see. Left.
Right and left
that's
there.
Where he dropped.
Dropped him again.
But he was still fighting.
I don't know, man. We got to see that first clash. It looks like their heads might have clashed at the beginning of there. Before all this.
It kind of looked like a headbutt.
Big left hand, big right hand.
TJ's a little out, but he's fighting.
It's tough to fight back when you're dazed, man.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
We got to see a slow-mo of that first clash when he fell backwards. It looked like a headbutt could have happened there.
It looked like a headbutt.
Which is unfortunate.
But still.
If that's the case.
Cejudo, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
All right,
it's sad that it ended so fast, bro.
Look at Dana White in the background. He's just
Dana's
like
pissed.
He's like, nothing ever goes the way I ever planned it to be.
Why is this not? Dwayne Lowe has no shoes on.
All right, no, this is already after it. Yeah, I mean, Dillashaw lost that fight, man. He was getting hit a lot. He's wobbly there as he's protesting. I think it could have gone longer.
He got rocked. No matter what, he got rocked.
He lost that fight, man.
No, but Dana is agreeing with him. Look at Dana. Dana's talking like, I know.
Dana White wanted the division to end probably then.
Yeah, Dana's giving him a rematch.
Well, they said they would do it at 135.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's serious about that, but that's what...
Holy shit. It doesn't matter now. It's not like it's getting reversed.
That's a high-level competitor.
That's a TKO right there. Holy shit. To be done in under a minute?
They have to show that replay. God damn it.
32 seconds.
There's a little bit of booing. There's that first belt.
Dude,
it does look kind of weird.
30, yeah, it does
look kind of weird.
It's pretty clunky.
It feels wrong.
It doesn't look great.
It's so new.
Dude, Dillashaw,
gotta give it the benefit of the doubt.
30 seconds.
Gotta get used to seeing it.
Wow.
All right, turning this up 100%.
We're shutting up.
Tonight, in short order, you make quick work of the UFC bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw. This is one of the biggest singular wins in UFC history. I mean, crack a smile. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, hey, fans. I busted my butt my whole life, and
fuck New York, dude. I don't mean in general, but these fans, fuck the New York fans tonight. Booing that, get the fuck out of here. Give somebody else your ticket that appreciates this shit. Go home.
Did you feel him soften up? Any thoughts on the stop?
All right, just make up with him.
Casual sexual assault just happens.
I caught him with that leg kick right on the chin, and I felt him walk.
All right, here it is.
And
I still, it's like he pushed him
I'm
down.
wondering where he.
I don't think he headbutted him.
Your brother said you took the soul, we took the belt next time.
Go back
you came
further.
In here trying to save this UFC flyweight division. You take out a man who was the champion 10 pounds north of 125. Your thoughts on what the future holds?
Wish they would just interview Dana White.
Uncle Dana, where are you, Uncle Dana? Where are you hiding? Don't be hiding now. I came here, guys. This victory, and I said it before, it was much bigger than me. This victory was for the flyweights, but like I told TJ, we can do it again, and this time we'll do it 135 pounds, man. So
He's serious? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Much respect there. That's the right move. That's the right call.
That's absolutely the right call.
Let's do it again.
Somebody saying Cejudo is cringe. What about this is cringe?
Any final words before we let you go?
Don't be a hater, homie.
Guys, I did this for the flyweights, man. I hope that did enough to keep this weight division alive. But like I said before, Uncle Dana, me, you, and Hunter are gonna have a meeting because Anderson's gotta get
Hunter.
paid.
Who is that?
Who the fuck is
Is
Hunter?
that his brother?
Yeah.
Is that his brother Hunter Cejudo? Is that his manager? He's talking with TJ.
One of the best mixed martial artists on the planet, TJ Dillashaw. I appreciate you sticking around. You immediately protested the stoppage. Your thoughts on the fight tonight?
Unfortunate, man. You know, I did get clipped with the right hand behind the ear as I overthrew my own. You know, and like you can feel it, but I'm there the entire time. Look, I'm wrestling.
Yeah, you can't drop
He
it.
really is.
He has to push me off him. Look, I instantly start talking to him. It sucks, man. It sucks when something's taken from
He's
you.
wobbly
When you're
there.
actually beat.
He's wobbly.
Hey, I would love to get beat. Hey, congrats to Henry Cejudo. Good job, but you didn't beat me.
You didn't beat me.
I agree.
That's a real competitor.
I
right there.
agree.
I disagree. He beat him.
Yeah.
Stoppage a little early doesn't mean he wasn't beat.
Yeah, I mean he did get rocked for sure.
He got rocked multiple times. It's your job to make sure he doesn't do that.
Damn, I was hoping this would go to like the third or fourth, bro.
Dude,
30 seconds?
I love an early stoppage. I love a late stoppage. I love a fight of the night. I love like how fucking crazy this is.
Where did he get him?
Yeah, the first one is what we need to see. Dude, he's rocking him over and over and over
See,
again.
I want to see the first thing that
Yes.
rocked him. That's what
They
I want
keep
to see.
starting it too
They
late.
keep starting it way too late. I want to see the first thing that rocked him. Where's it at? It's that one. It's that one.
No.
That was what it was.
He rocked him before that.
That was the second time.
He was already down.
You think?
Yeah, because that's the very end. That went on for about 30 seconds. Well, 15 seconds. Fight was 30
I mean,
seconds.
the whole thing was 30 seconds.
Yeah, half of it was that.
Dude, can you imagine that, though? Like, fuck.
That was incredible, man.
You go through the worst process of your life for 3 months and
Just get
done in
starched.
30 seconds.
Yeah, JT said, what if his chin was compromised? Should turn
Could
it
have
down.
happened. Easily could have happened.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean,
It's not healthy to go down
No.
more than you should.
that's the whole argument, right? But he gets to bulk up too, you know? Cejudo gets to bulk up too. And so
Yeah.
they were at similar
That was a
weight.
complete fair fight.
Yeah.
It was a complete fair fight. You can't take it. I mean, he got caught. That's just what it was. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that like Cejudo is clear and like the better fighter. I mean, it's like
Right.
Cain Velasquez versus JDS. You
Right.
never know, but they're gonna fight again. That's what should happen, I think, right?
Yeah, I agree with it. Like,
30-second fight.
the guy took a risk to fight you.
Right.
You could fight Benavidez again, but the
He
guy
down to
came
your
all the way
terms,
down.
You
Yeah.
know, he came down on your terms to fight it, and it made. That's the debut is this. Do another one on ESPN. Do the rematch on ESPN too. Like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, double it up. Double it up for the next available whenever
But
they're
dude,
ready.
The fact that he rocked him in that scramble so fast, that shows that TJ was just like, TJ did not think of enough of him.
Dude, your superstition was on point tonight, dude. 4-1. 4-1 his
Oh, shit.
entire career. Repeating patterns here.
Weird, right?
Dude,
I could bet TJ wins 4 more.
it's a conspiracy. He wins, bulks up, and then sells out on the last fight.
Right,
Bets against himself,
right.
makes a ton of cash.
Right?
I'm joking, of course. That's retarded. Cejudo had his gold medal stuffed inside his glove. Oh, that's hilarious. That's genius.
Dude. The last 2 fights ended kind of
No, like,
controversy. I mean,
I don't think that's a controversial end.
I think it
it's premature at worst. And that's it. Post show on this transmission path. We just saw one of the behind the scenes screens. They just jumped to the total opposite or total wrong thing. Dana White does not look happy.
No. I don't think he probably cared about the winner too much, but the fact that it's
The
over in
finish.
30 seconds.
Oh,
Just
I don't
in
think there's
general.
anything wrong with that.
I think there is, for sure.
I mean, the card didn't really quite go like you would want it to, but if you're a casual fan, maybe like the Greg Hardy's the only kind of blemish on the card, if you ask me. The Gillespie fight was amazing.
Gillespie fight, great.
Yeah, even the Van Zandt Ostovich fight was fun.
Good fight.
Enjoyed that. That was great.
I don't know, man. I think that finish was premature. That's just me.
No, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I don't think it's like wrong.
Well,
you know, like
I do.
He got screwed over. Like,
I think that. I do think that. Because I think
it's about the same as the Dotson finish. It's about the same, which was also early.
Which
but
also I
he was
think is yeah.
But he was basically done.
I don't think
like
so.
when he
I don't-
stood up
I
to
don't agree.
protest, he was
I don't
wobbly.
agree. I don't care. I don't care. I've seen people that are wobbly. I don't know. Maybe that's me, but I bet TJ would have rather taken 4 more punches
Sure.
than to get stopped.
Sure.
And when you watch people like Frankie Edgar that have come back, or people that get, I mean,
Yeah.
you watched fucking what's his name, Glover. Glover got knocked out and then
Yeah.
came back and won
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
You know, like literally knocked out.
Yeah.
Way worse than TJ, and then came back and won. I feel like you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Title fight, history. Give him 3 more punches until he's done. You know,
Sure.
I feel like
But
that's too early.
We're talking
That's just
about.
me, though. That's me.
We're talking
Not
about
a ref.
like basically if it went on a little bit longer, maybe it would have taken more punches.
That's fine.
Like no. Well, I'm saying that is fine. Maybe you would have taken more punches and got up.
Or maybe
I
not.
just don't know that there's enough to show that he was going to come back. You never know, you know.
He was scrambling when he got stopped. It wasn't like he was out.
He was getting landed on too, though. Like
He was getting landed on with hammer fists.
No. He was getting.
It wasn't straight
The
punch. It
last
was not a
punch
straight
that
punch.
landed was a hook. It was a hook while Cejudo was standing.
Too early, bro. That's me. That's me.
No, I agree with you on too early. I just don't think it's so early that it's egregious. It's like it's earlier than I would have liked. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I see it as egregious. I see it as egregious, but I feel like the only reason I see that, I mean, I understand
They're showing the replays again here. Please show us. See, it looks like he could have, because he kind of
almost headbutted him.
He threw in like Dillashaw threw a hook, and he went down as he did it. And it looked like he could have hit at least some part of his head.
Okay, so nah, that's not enough for me, man. He was not landing clean when he stopped the fight.
No, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He missed one punch at the end of that.
No, he was not landing clean, hard power shots when he won the fight.
Yes, he was.
I disagree. We'll disagree.
There's no disagreement. The punches were landed.
I don't think so. He definitely was landed, but
he missed one punch at the end of that foray.
But TJ wasn't out. I mean, this wasn't like a fucking Conor Aldo thing.
Well, TKOs happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I disagree. But I'm always kind of like that. I'm also not a fighter, and I'm also not a referee. So.
Dude, yes you are.
That's a good
You're
point.
doing a good.
That's a good point.
Doing a great job.
We're fighting when
tonight.
We get
You fought so well.
Fucking ton.
Killed it.
I'm getting out of here.
TJ is too slow. You're going way too far.
Yeah.
Some people are saying stupid stoppage. How many of you disagree with stoppage? You two should fight each other.
Me and Jason, we should fight.
Who won? Matt Thompson. You could check Twitter.
Hey, got him.
Cejudo knocked him down a couple times. It was over. Cejudo won fair and square. TJ won.
TJ won. TJ won. Bad stoppage.
Bo is wrong about the punches. Kevin Foster does not disagree. The stoppage was clearly fair. TJ needed to defend himself more and fight back. Malcolm Inch says that was the shit. Good stoppage. His chin was compromised. I mean, popular opinion doesn't always mean right. It just means I'm right.
That's right.
Disappointing
I think that's what it means.
night.
I've been clear watching UFC longer than you guys. And so,
somebody said disappointing night. JT Bo says clean punches, fine stoppage. Another person that picked against TJ or against Cejudo, by the way. Somebody said disappointing night. What was disappointing about the night? Like, I guess maybe you could be disappointed about that, and then Greg Hardy. But aside from that, I mean, that was not. We've seen way worse stoppages, way worse stoppages than that. I think it was too soon. But I still. It's not a bad stoppage though.
You stop the fight mid-scramble. It's mid-scramble.
They were all scrambles.
It's mid-scramble.
It was the third knockdown. It was the third knockdown.
Second knockdown.
About 10 seconds.
Second knockdown.
Third. Well, I guess he pushed him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, second knockdown.
It was really. It wasn't like a fucking clean knock. I don't know, man. That's just too early.
Second knockdown though.
That's too early for me.
Strong.
That's too early for me. I've seen people come back from less. Champions come back from way worse.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have liked to see that opportunity.
It's a championship fight. You gotta let that go.
I agree with
if that's a normal fight, let it go. Like end it. That's fine. Let him fight another day. This is a championship fight. Make it decisive. Make there be no controversy.
Sure.
And I'm sure both people would agree.
I agree with
that.
all these points.
I think both people would agree with
that. I agree to all these points. I just don't think it was like an egregious stoppage. I think it was.
I don't think it's like TJ wasn't hurt.
I think it was slightly too soon. If they should have let him land a couple more punches. But I'm not like, man, he got robbed.
And in all fairness, you're talking milliseconds here.
Yes.
The chance. I mean, you can throw. I mean, these people can throw 3 or 4 punches in 1 second, and you're talking milliseconds here. But at the same time, yeah, I've watched my boy Frankie Edgar take way worse punishment to come back and win. So
you're getting a couple people on your side here. So somebody said anybody who understands the sport knows that stoppage was way too early for a fight of that magnitude. I own a channel about MMA. What do you do?
Hey.
And I think it wasn't too early.
Well, me and you disagree about a lot of stuff. That's what makes it fun.
Well, I'm talking about what the guy said.
Well, these guys are all right. Everybody is agreeing with you are right.
Yeah, like fighters are going to disagree with you, Nathan Herbert. They are going to disagree with you. They know more about it than you do. If you're a fighter, you're not as known as the UFC fighters that are probably tweeting about it right now. James Jones, me versus Bo Hunter. Then you'll see when you need a stoppage.
Hey, James.
Downvote for terrible stoppage. Don't downvote us. Come on. Downvote ESPN.
Hey, man, if you want to come find me, then I live in Tennessee. Come find me.
Congo KO'd Barry in full zombie mode. That is a
Good luck.
unicorn of the unicorn of fights right there. He looked unsteady when he stood up. Ref will never ref again. That's going way too far.
Nah, that's way too far.
I mean, the New York State Athletic Commission does suck, and they have shite referees, but whatever. That snake got caught in the grass.
Hey.
This is cheesy stuff. TJ's head was bouncing more than bobblehead. 100% great stoppage. Jason is correct.
People
Medi
really
Truth,
say
you're a
great.
good man.
People really say great stoppage. He was literally mid scramble as he's going for it.
They're defeating your argument.
No, they're not.
By saying great stoppage, that makes it true.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's how you win an
It's a
argument.
pretty terrible stoppage.
It was not a terrible stoppage.
I would say it's pretty
Terrible
bad.
is too far.
I would say it's bad.
Good
What's the
stoppage,
word just
getting
short of
hit in the head.
terrible?
Premature, yeah. That's my argument. See? The man, the mysterious man.
Well, in my mind, premature makes it terrible because I've waited for fucking months to see this fight. I was waiting for this shit.
I mean, you feel bad for TJ. You would like to see him get more.
I want it to be definitive. Like that's the only thing that I wanted.
Sure.
I mean, it was great, but 32 seconds. I mean, if TJ was out, I think that TJ would probably prefer to be knocked out unconscious than stopped early.
I think most people are siding with me. Things.
What a surprise, Jason! This is your channel.
What a great life. Yeah, of course.
Imagine if I had a channel, then might have a couple motherfuckers on my side too.
I think what you're saying is I know so much about MMA that I started a channel, and that's why people disagree with me.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was here from day one too, motherfucker. I just happened to stop.
You just.
I just didn't happen to put in any work after you put in all of the work.
Hey.
I was day one MMA.
And that's why you get to do hood rat shit.
Day one
Come
MMA.
over.
Hood rat shit with my friends.
Hood rat shit. Somebody said, "Shut up, Jason. You suck."
Agreed.
Thanks, man.
Shut up.
What movie is it where they're like, "Gee, thanks, asshole"?
Gee.
I think that's like the old Ace Ventura movie where he just doesn't realize that's like an offensive thing because like
Thank you,
somebody said,
asshole.
"Well, gee, thanks, asshole."
Thanks, asshole.
No. It's Blast from the Past. Brendan Fraser.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Brendan
Uh-oh.
Fraser.
It's like, gee, thanks, asshole, because he's like from the '60s.
Well, man, that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Go do a rematch and all good.
James Kelly just keeps saying you suck. Dude, you're not.
Who's
I don't care.
Me or
Jason, you rock. Wild Milkman. Dude, you know, you might be having
Jason drinks a lot of
illegitimate
milk.
children all over this country, Wild Milkman, but I like you. I agree with Joe Rogan. I mean, Jason Hartley. Why stop the midgets? Jeez, come on.
Oh, that's
Come
rude.
on.
That's
That-
rude. That's
low
rude.
blow, low
That's
blow.
rude. That's rude.
Jason, thanks for the stream. Great job. Thank you, Medi Truth.
You want to stay on for a little while? Do a couple questions and stuff?
Yeah, so JTvo says hashtag save the flyweights. So, guys, let us know what you guys want to talk about from here on out. We're kind of like on the come down.
30 minutes.
That was crazy. Yeah, we can stay on for a few minutes. We'll just kind of keep going as long as you guys want to talk about this. Crazy
Damn.
into that. Good stream. It was a good
That was
time.
crazy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to trim the beginning of that. It was a little rough. Your breath smell like Vienna sausage.
Hey.
You can smell it?
Dude, that's terrible.
Bo Hunter sounds like a middle name. Do you guys know what his middle name is?
Bo Hunter does sound like a fake name.
Do you know what his middle name is?
Bo's not my real name, though.
It's Nur.
Bo Nur. Bo Nur. You know.
That's actually
Yeah.
from Michael. Michael made that one.
I'm Bo Nur.
Boner.
Bo
Hunter.
Nur.
Jesus, lamest joke. Where do you guys think Cejudo? Wow.
Cejudo.
Cejudo.
What do you think about Cejudo?
Hey man, I've drank like 2 blue
Oh,
moons.
2.
Okay?
Oh, dude.
Okay.
You really have drank 2. Oh, you drank 3 blue moons, my boy.
Tree of them.
My boy, tree.
Tree of 'em.
Tree. Proper tree.
More focused on talking, I guess.
Proper
But,
tree beers.
somebody said, who do you think Cejudo fights from here? I do think that the rematch is
I
the
think
right
it's
thing to
TJ.
do.
I think it's
That
TJ
guy went
35.
through hell to fight you. Go up and fight him. Get some finality on this, or have
And
a,
then that sets
have
up that sets up
grudge
a rubber match. 100%.
If you got a rubber match, I'm into it.
Or if Cejudo wins, then he's double champ, and boom, done. It's great. It's exciting both ways. That's
And
great.
Dana can still kill the division if he really wants to, because
Absolutely.
then he has a new champ.
Well,
in
say
the division that was already
Well,
there.
say if Dillashaw, it actually is the best thing marketing wise, because if Dillashaw came down and won, then Cejudo, what? He moves to 135 when he kills the division. He's gonna fight him again no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
So might as well fight him again for the biggest stakes in the world.
Yes.
Like on a premature stoppage, but that's okay.
I don't think it's a bad idea. Just go for the second fight.
What do you guys think about Cerrone? I think Donald looked a little flat, but he fucking turned it on.
Yeah,
Like, he was
missed
just a
that
real
fight.
veteran shit.
Fixing bullshit. Yeah, I loved that. I mean, there's something about like talking shit that and I really do think Alexander Hernandez was being legit about it. I think he's just a cocky guy who just went right after it.
Yeah.
Didn't have any bones about it. Just went after the guy. Tried to seize the opportunity.
Right.
Which is kind of the idea there. Actually, hang on. I think this is probably our most downvoted video of all time. Yeah, we got 69 downvotes on that video that went up earlier. I didn't realize that still went up. Last time it bridged the two. I'm just deleting that because that's just embarrassing. Okay, cool. That's gone now. All right, so we can move on. But yeah.
People are talking about Hardy a lot, actually.
Talking about Hardy. Hardy should learn the rules before fighting.
Listen,
You're not
man.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Definitely not
You
wrong.
get DQ'd justifiably, whether or not it was intentional or not.
Yep.
It's irrelevant. You fucked up. You did the wrong thing. You don't deserve to win that fight. That's it. Game over. Did they show the new belt? Yes, they did. Ooh, that was interesting.
The new belt?
Yeah, the new belt felt strange. Like, my eyes are going to have to get used to it. I do think that the octagon shape, going really hard on the octagon shape, I'm not as big a fan of it on this early outset. You know what I mean? I do think some elements are more tasteful. I don't know. It's strange, you know? It's something to get used to.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things that like people are going to make an issue about because it's change, and then in 2 years, no one's going to say anything about it at all, ever.
Well, that's how it is, you know? You have a group of people that don't like change.
Right.
That's a reality. And then you have something that, I like the old UFC belt, you know?
Right.
Gotten used to it. It's just a staple. You're kind of showing the fight in real time. See, he just landed. Wait.
That was Cerrone.
I was just looking at the punches.
You were
and
thinking
not
that was
paying
Cerrone
attention.
versus...
I was literally just looking
You're
at
like,
the
this is
hand
a
on
great
the head.
stoppage. This is a great stoppage.
I'm a moron. Anyhow, a great stoppage, bro. But, I don't know. I lost my
I think
train
the
of
person
thought
that
'cause
won
it
the
so
biggest
far
was
off.
Donald tonight. Donald might get a fight with Connor off of that.
Dude, can you imagine?
Well, I
you
think he will.
imagine?
I think I can easily imagine it. And I think
It's
that's
a fan-friendly fight.
fan-friendly fight that favors Connor.
Yes. It actually does, like...
100%.
I mean, it could. It could.
I think it favors him 100%.
More well-rounded guy is definitely Cerrone. And that's where it favors him. If he can get it down to the ground... If he can get him in a compromised submission,
Yeah.
even in that crank,
Yeah.
we know that Connor will tap to that. Cerrone,
Right.
I don't think he'll tap to that. Interesting. But, yeah, continue on with the questions. What else we got here?
We'll take a couple questions.
Phil for Benavidez deserves title shot, but won't get it for a while. Yeah,
Yep.
it's hard not to pay TJ back for that.
I feel like you do
We're at
Benavidez
135.
versus Jussier Formiga if he wins this next fight, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's about it. If you want to say if you're TJ, if you're Benavidez though, move to 35. There's nothing left for you at 25. You
Yeah.
beat everybody and you lost to the champ a couple times. You beat the current champion, but he's not fighting there anymore.
He was very competitive at 135.
Yep. I mean, he fought Dominic Cruz to split decision
Yeah.
in WEC.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Gave him one of his best fights of his entire career.
100%. Finished Miguel Torres at 135 when Miguel Torres was the biggest motherfucker in the world.
Who was the guy to dethrone him? Was it
Brian Bowles.
Bowles was the one that did it.
Brian Bowles, who's about 8-0 or 9-0 at the time.
Jay Tivo says he did it for the flyweights, but now wants to go up. So my reaction to that would be, what was kind of the issue perceptibly with Demetrius Johnson? It's the fact that he wouldn't move around, he
Right.
wouldn't go for big fights.
Right.
He would just kind of say, and like, I'm gonna fight. He was calling out Jose Torres, that guy's been on our show before.
Right.
A really, really nice guy,
Right.
great guy. But he was coming off of one win in the UFC. That just doesn't make any sense.
No.
He was calling out Ray Borg when TJ Dillashaw was
Yeah.
there. I think what Cejudo is doing is he's learning from that and saying, I'm going to be the exact opposite of that
Right.
as a champion. He's saying, I'm going to go for the hardest fights. I'm going to claim to be the greatest, and I'm going to, talk a little bit. I'm going to actually try to work up the division and promote myself. That's the thing that people, when they keep talking about, Demetrius Johnson wasn't promoted right. He wasn't promoting himself. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but there are guys that are out there that can be really, really charismatic and be nice guys. Donald Cerrone is actually a really nice guy if you think about it. He rarely talks shit. He'll talk shit back to you if you talk shit to him.
But I mean, so tell me about the integrity of the 125 division. The best 125er of all time is not in the UFC anymore.
Right.
So why does it matter? Like, why does the division matter so much?
Because
why does
he got beat.
But
Because exactly.
subject, yeah.
That's the argument you can make.
Yeah.
And it's a legitimate argument.
Yeah, exactly. So why does someone, like, if you're a fighter and the ultimate goal is to be the best fighter of all time, the best fighter of all time is not in your organization anymore, and also no one cares about your division.
Is he the best of all time?
Who, DJ?
He's arguable.
He's the best lighter fighter of all time. There's no question.
I think there's a question of that.
Who?
Cruz?
No.
Cruz.
Zero. No.
Absolutely.
I disagree.
Cruz beat the brakes off him.
Cruz beat the brakes off of him he beat him in the WEC. He beat him.
No, he beat him in the UFC. He beat him in
I'm sorry, I beat him at 135.
October 2011.
Actually, yeah, UFC 135 actually. But that's when he was still kind of part-time training.
Sure.
But I don't know. I don't think Cruz is better. I mean, does not take that reign from him.
I think he takes it. I
don't think so.
He had Uriah Faber. He has TJ Dillashaw as well.
It's split decision.
It was a great fight.
The main
Fantastic
thing I'm bringing up is the integrity of the flyweight division. Like even
if
Cejudo sticks around and it's Benavidez, then it's cool. It's Cejudo Benavidez. That's about it.
I agree with that case. My problem, with the integrity, I agree with the integrity case. I just don't think he was the best. I don't think he was the best champion the sport's ever had. I think he was in a relatively light division,
lighter weight champion for sure.
Well, I mean, I've already said Cruz, so we've already gone down that road. So, for me, let's go back. Let's just keep going down. Let's park there. Actually, for me, it's more so like you have to go with who they beat and who did Demetrius Johnson realistically beat. He beat John Dodson. He beat Benavidez
twice.
Ray Borg. Cyborg's little brother.
Henry Cejudo. Finished.
There was a joke there. It was a shitty joke.
Sorry.
Cyborg's
Ray
little
Borg,
brother.
Cyborg's
Ray.
little brother.
Ray.
Little Borg.
Little Borg. Tiny Borg. So I think it's one of those things where the best wins that he had don't stack up at all in comparison to Cruz's. They just don't. He beat Cejudo. That's probably his best win now.
Who has Cruz finished?
Who has Cruz? Takeya Mizugaki.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
Who did Cruz definitively finish that you think, he fought Uriah 3 times? Lost one of those 2? Who was his marquee?
Well, he lost that 10 years prior.
Who was his marquee?
There was a 10-year gap.
Who was his marquee win that you're like, this is the motherfucker that is the best? He never fought Henan. He fought a split decision versus TJ. Then
that's probably his marquee win.
That's his.
But Uriah Faber is right after that. And Dominic and Demetrius Johnson.
But okay. I'll give
those are some marquee names.
But that's 2. I mean, he has
3.
2.
TJ Dillashaw.
Split. That's split. I don't count split.
What?
I don't count split decisions.
You count wins.
I don't want to
you
count
said,
split decisions.
all right,
I have a tough time split.
Your question was...
I like Cruz.
Your question was...
I like Cruz, but I have a tough time.
Okay, but your question was, who did he beat that was a big name? Who he beat was TJ Dillashaw. You have to count the win. So there's 3 big ones. Who else am I forgetting here, guys? Throw out some other names to me.
You're not forgetting
He's like, he just whispered to me, "You're not forgetting anybody." I know I'm forgetting somebody. I don't know, John Jones.
Dominic Cruz versus John Jones. I love Dominic too. I just love Demetrius. Like, I don't know. I feel like if anybody in the top, that's why middleweight is so tough, because you watch Gegard, who's clearly top 5 middleweight in the world, leave.
Oh,
You know what I'm
Joseph
saying?
Benavidez, by the way.
He did beat
Brian Bowles. Ian McCall.
Powerful fighters these days.
Well, that's the guy who beat Demetrius Johnson in the first fight. Like, really beat him. Joseph Benavidez, we're talking about guys that he beat in his division.
Sure.
He's got a way better resume. Way better resume.
I disagree.
Based on?
Go to Demetrius Johnson's resume.
You already know,
Johnson
though.
twice, Benavidez twice.
Well, just tell me.
He beat
Benavidez, okay.
But he
Dominic
beat
Cruz
Benavidez.
also beat him.
But he beat him more definitively. He beat him much more definitively. He knocked out Benavidez.
We're talking about who they beat.
Sure.
We're talking about the names and how they stack up against each other.
Sure. So Henry Cejudo. Do you think Henry Cejudo is a bigger name than John Johnson? Or do you think Henry Cejudo is a bigger name than Uriah Faber?
No.
Then Demetrius wins. Because
No.
Demetrius
Dominic Cruz wins. I said Dotson is not bigger than Uriah Faber, which is a negative towards Demetrius Johnson.
Wait, is Cejudo bigger than Faber?
No.
No?
I said no.
You don't think so?
I said no when you first
Cejudo just beat the double champ.
Yeah.
Cejudo's double champ now.
He's a bigger name now.
Demetrius beat him.
He's a bigger name now.
Demetrius beat him, so he won.
What are you talking about?
So Demetrius wins.
We're going in circles. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I think everyone.
I think it's close.
I think everyone
I
agrees
think
with
it's
me.
Sure.
Jason Poning with a logic. What up? What up?
What's that?
What is
I'm the
Mysterious
Brendan
Man?
Schaub of this
What is
podcast.
Mysterious Man off to the left thing? No one say anything.
Which fight?
DJ is the better fighter, however, I prefer Cruz. What'd you say?
So on which fight?
The
He's not listening.
discussion.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't
he's
worry
not
about it. Don't worry
listening.
about
Fuck
it. Somebody said Kane.
Kane.
I second Greg Hardy versus Gabby Garcia.
Hey.
I'm down. I'm game.
That's,
Who's next for Greg Hardy? I think they should rematch that fight.
Yeah, they should
Crowder.
just do that fight again.
Bear versus Habib. Yeah, let's rematch that fight. Best ever is John Jones in heavier divisions, and the lightest I go for Henan Brown.
Hannon, really?
Yeah, I don't think I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy, no, stop it. People keep making the Osmovich show.
See you, bud.
See you, man. Have a good night. Cruz will beat DJ any day. Well, it's hard to say now.
Yeah,
Cruz has been
it's
pretty
kinda
beat
tough.
up as of late. Still,
My
good
whole
man.
point behind all
Jose
of this,
Aldo. Jose Aldo. That's a really strong one for the lighter weight divisions.
Jose Aldo's
145.
probably
Jose
your guy.
Aldo's a really strong one.
Or you go Max.
Yeah.
Max. Max is probably your best lightweight dude.
Do you take Aldo over? I don't think I'd take him over Demetrius Johnson though. The more I think about it,
Aldo over Demetrius?
Yeah, he beat Faber.
It's so tough, man. It's so.
I said Faber.
Yeah.
He beat Edgar.
Yeah. Twice.
Oh,
Twice.
actually, Greg Hardy's at the press conference right now, which is interesting. Is this live too? They've got the live in the top right corner, but
it looked
I don't know.
close.
He's like, should I pick up the mic? Hang on, I kind of want to see what Greg Hardy says here.
Reaction was surprised.
He was
Just
surprised.
thought the fight was over and I won,
He thought he won.
and then he disqualified me. So,
He disqualified me.
your perspective of what's going on?
Take some
Just
responsibility,
thinking,
Mr.
Come
Hardy.
on, bro. Come on, dude.
You fucked up.
You know, that he was
You
gonna
threw an
take him
illegal
out,
strike,
that
bro.
was illegal, man. I mean, I haven't seen it, but you can go back and look at it, man. I can guarantee that his knee was coming up. He was getting up.
No.
I was just inexperienced. It was me
Greg
against
Hardy
Cowboy,
is
man, but I was
handling
trying my time
this
like
really
I just
bad.
watched Cowboy Cerrone do, like I just watched everybody else do, man. And I thought it was the right thing to do at the time.
Greg Hardy's playing the victim.
Nah.
He's going straight for victim
Mute
status.
that shit, dude.
Yeah.
What kind of
Mute that
process
shit.
is it? I mean, obviously you're disappointed right now, but
Yeah, Greg Hardy is playing the.
I didn't know.
He literally
It's
just said, "I just saw
unfair.
everyone else do this."
You clearly threw an illegal strike, brother. Like, that's just how it was. They should just rematch that fight. It's the best fight for both guys.
Yeah, it's the best fight. Makes the most sense.
You're gonna watch Alan Crowder versus some random heavyweight, or you're
Right.
gonna watch him versus Greg Hardy again. Like,
Yeah.
let's do that fight again.
This could be a way better way to lose than he's turning it into right now by basically totally removing himself from the responsibility of the situation. He fucked up 100%, clear as day. There is zero excuse for it. Zero excuse.
Yeah.
Like, the best thing you can say is inexperience, but that's not an excuse. You made a clear
What you
foul.
say here is, I made a mistake. I'm in a fight and I accidentally threw something.
Yeah.
And just so happy, whatever.
He looks so mad right now.
He definitely looks pissed.
Yeah. He's going straight towards victim status. We'll see some of these comments a little later.
Yeah, it's
on.
rough.
But yeah, bad call.
Let's hear some more of the chat shit talk me. Let's
Yeah, where are we at here? So he does realize he was losing before the knee. That's a really good point.
That's a very good point.
Super good point. Matt Stadler, Cejudo won. Waxos. Jones will completely outclass Anthony Smith. Honestly, I agree with that. But
could happen. Anthony Smith has been doing well though.
Anthony Smith was gassed by that second round.
Yeah.
Man. I just don't see him a 5-round fighter like John Jones. I mean, we just saw what we just dude, God, they just
His
showed the
knee
replay
was not
again.
coming up at all.
It wasn't coming up. It was planted.
Wasn't even
firmly
close.
Planted. So firmly planted.
Wasn't even close. And he was out because watch him when he hits the ground.
Get out of your own way, Greg Hardy. Take the loss humbly.
Yeah, bro, you threw an
Move
illegal
on,
strike,
because you
brother.
fucked up. It's not even humbly. It's just the truth.
You threw an illegal strike, man, because it's your third fucking fight.
Bo looks like the type of guy who kisses a girl and immediately asks, "What are we?" No, that's me. Why aren't they addressing
I'm the type of guy
Fedor's
that,
plane crash? Wait, Fedor had a plane crash. So we've just been on the chat, guys. We're not looking at our phones.
Someone just said R.I.P. Fedor.
You guys are joking, right?
There's no way that Fedor died, right?
I am looking at Twitter right now. You guys are forcing me to do this.
God damn it! Don't
Trolling
do that.
or not?
Don't do that to me.
Don't do that. I mean, I guess it would be during the time that he's traveling.
Oh, they said trolls.
Trolls.
Could happen, man. We're subjective.
Yeah.
We're subjective.
Oh, Conor McGregor, unlucky TJ on your attempt at champ trademark status. Respect for your weight cut. I have been there and it's not easy. Unlucky Henry on your attempt at fastest KO in a UFC title fight. I have been there and still am. Congrats on the win. Yours truly, the OG champ.
That was a great tweet.
Yeah, that's a clever tweet.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm retweeting that.
That's pretty great.
I don't care who said that. That's a great tweet. Although he needs to probably shut his mouth and get some wins together.
Hey, Connor.
Damn it! Why did Rogan get stoned and fly the plane? Why has no one mentioned Connor got arrested? Stop it.
Stop that.
Are you planning on a video's house Cejudo matches up with 100? Actually, I started writing a script and I considered writing it and getting it done today, but I decided the finality of whatever happens tonight. So you will see a reaction video tomorrow based on this. But I go through the entire history of the flyweight division and what it means, and my full kind of fleshed out reaction will be a part of that video. J2 said, why does Connor always have to involve himself? Well,
he's the biggest
star.
He's the biggest
star, so yeah. I mean, it's part of why he is the biggest part of it. Whether you like it or not, whether you say it's a good or bad thing, keeping his name in the headlines is very much a part of his
I have no idea why people hate on Connor at all. Like, it's zero.
He talks shit and then gets beat. If you talk shit, you pay a price for it. Like, I don't hate Connor. I really disliked him the day that he did the bus thing, and I really think that was fucked up.
Shitty,
I think the Bellator thing was fucked up. The Bellator thing wasn't nearly as fucked up, but the fact that he got 3 fighters kicked off a card really, really was annoying as shit.
Worst. That was the worst.
That was the worst part of it. If he just broke some glass, nothing happened, it would have been like, okay,
right.
That was a really stupid kind of stunt that he pulls. But I hold Habib's stunt just in... Actually, I think what Habib did was... It was... I was about to say worse, but it wasn't... What was worse about it is it happened inside the cage while everyone was watching live.
Right.
And the thing is, this is an unpopular opinion, But I think both of those events were super bad for the sport.
For sure.
Hardcore fans, we don't give a fuck. We're going to watch the fight anyway. And in fact, it's going to amp us up. But if you're in one of those countries that doesn't have MMA legalized, dude, in 2016, I made a video about this not too long ago, kind of talking about this. There were people talking about how barbaric MMA is and all this just craziness. Those people didn't die in the past 2 or 3 years. Those people still are around today. And those people see incidents like that, and it confirms their suspicion. And if those people are in power, they're going to keep the UFC out. They're going to keep MMA out. They're going to go for all those things. So yes,
like that guy.
We loved that. No one gives a fuck about us on the outside, and the casual fans are not us. They're part of the people that bought it, yes, but they're also a part of the people that will fight against it until their last dying breath, probably. Let's see what else we got going on. Why is it illegal to watch in some countries? It's not illegal to watch. It's illegal to host. Australia just went through this, actually. Just in the past few years, New Zealand, it wasn't illegal in certain places. I know in England, where Tom lives, like on kind of like the southern tip of England, they all hate MMA. They all think it's barbaric. It's on like the line that it was for us in the like late 90s, early 2000s. They are in their dark ages. It's in the northern part of England, which is like Manchester, where you have people like Bisping are from. You have people like what is his name? Till. Most of the stars that you see there are actually from the northern side of England.
Yeah. The
bottom part of it, they hate it. They can't stand it, and they're always going to fight against it. Sadly, I don't think. The wife beaters, Ramzan Kadyrov. That's a fair point. Ramzan Kadyrov, I think, is one of the worst parts. Tell Tom it's because the South are pussies. YouTube wanted to hide that. Yeah, I'll tell him that. Let's go, Till. Till is from Liverpool, bro. Yeah, I said that. He said he was from the north. I didn't say he was from... I mentioned Manchester in relation to Bisping, not Till. Butterbean versus Hardy. Till versus Masvidal, what a fight. Hell yes. I'm going to try to go to that fight, actually. It's good there in London, too. We're just talking about southern England. This is a good part of the country to try to get into and try to change some minds. I got Butterbean versus DQ, via DQ versus Hardy. All right, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. It's starting to dwindle down. Bo, did you have fun?
Yeah. Had a good time, bro.
It was a blast. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Really, really appreciate it. We definitely had some issues in the beginning. This video will be unlisted, so if you guys want to come back to it, you kind of have to click the notification that you guys got. This just doesn't hold any value for people watching tomorrow, for instance. So, really appreciate you guys watching. Had a ton of fun. Hope you guys, get some sleep. I know JTvo, it's 6:07 a.m. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate the interaction. It makes it so much fun. And if you guys want to do another one of these live chats, we'll be on Thursday with me and Rob. So appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.